I'm just, oh my God, not a, oh my. I want to switch off of this. Are we live? Are we good? How we doing? I think we're here.
Yes.
I think we're good. This is annoying, guys. I apologize for the technical difficulties. This is the fault of OBS, and the bugs that are in my basement keep dive bombing me. How we doing, everybody? Welcome
why
in.
That happens.
I'm throwing temper tantrums, and I'm not sorry about it. I'm just sick of it happening. It's what is the issue? Like, how do you search such a problem? I'm not going to complain anymore. Drip, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
I was doing a lot better.
How are you doing?
About two minutes ago, I was doing way better.
Okay. Well, that's good. I need.
Oh my goodness. Let's get some. Let me Zelda Lo-Fi. How we doing, everybody in the chat? If you're here for a podcast, please fast forward about 20 minutes from now. Hopefully, unless we die from not die. That's not what I meant to say. This is going great. Unless we fail this recording and live stream due to technical difficulties. But everyone, how we doing? Welcome to the podcast live stream. We're here. Drip, we made it. We made it.
We are here. We are here. We are here. I need music.
You do need music. I need to press these buttons so people can join in on the party.
Ooh, I gotta fix all this other stuff too. I just remembered.
Yo.
I've got my sound settings all weird. I gotta turn that stuff back on.
Guys, if you're hitting here, please, if you would not mind liking this stream, it'd help us get pushed out to other people out there in the YouTube universe, as well as just put a smile on my face. You know, I like those too. But yeah, I'm used to doing my YouTube live streams now. I've done like 4 since we've done this podcast.
I know, man. Yeah, you've been streaming hard.
Yeah. Mega Boy was man. I downloaded it. All activity is good.
Thanks, Mega.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Music. Bop, 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 bop. Where are my...
Oh man. So yeah, we have a show for you guys this week. There was some talk and rumors. Not even rumors. It was kind of like official talk, but then we can hear your music drip. Then there was some backtracking of the talking, apparently. We'll get to that, I imagine. But yeah, we got a whole thing.
We do have a whole thing.
We got a whole thing.
All right, I'm good now.
Cool. Welcome in, Drip. Welcome back to your podcast.
Yeah, thanks. Happy to be here.
Man, I don't even know what to say. My instinct here is to start talking about Pikmin.
Yeah, we're not talking about Pikmin tonight. I mean, we can a little bit right now, actually, if you want. How has your Pikmin experience been?
It's been good, man. I gotta be honest. I got real upset while I was playing my Pikmin 1 playthrough most recently. What was that, on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Was that the short
Tuesday
that you made?
Yes, I made a short about it. Yeah, I got real upset, man. It grinded my gears. They were like, I left them parked where they're supposed to stay. Like, you can like park them basically. And I parked them, and I walked up like 2 feet away, and suddenly they started beating up on some monster they couldn't fight. And I heard it, and I'm like, what is
Why
that?
Are you fighting that?
And then that's kind of where the short started. I was like, what is that? What is happening here? And I walk over, and and like 4 of them are fighting this monster by themselves. It's like, I parked you guys. I told you to stay put. But yeah, and then I played the Pikmin 4 demo that came out last night. And
that actually looked pretty cool.
It did. I like it. I'm actually excited to get the game. I'm 100% getting it now. I mean, like, that's confirmed. Like, okay, I'm going to get this game. But it was interesting to see how much easier it was. Now, I don't know if that was like the intention. Was it to be easier? But I feel like there's so many quality of life improvements with it that it's making the game easier. But but the difficulty could lay in other places. Like before, the difficulty was like Pikmin trying to kill themselves and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I have a
like
question.
not listening. But now the difficulty might happen within the map itself, because apparently it's way bigger than the old Pikmin game.
But you said there's like a rewind feature.
That's what I heard, and I did not see it in the demo.
I didn't see it last night. I had the TV on. I wasn't watching the whole thing, but I was gonna say I didn't see you use it last night.
Yeah, so. I don't know if I had bad info or you know what have you, but yeah, I didn't see that last night.
I think
I was
it's
waiting
real.
for it.
Maybe they just
They
you
showed
finished
off,
the demo,
yeah.
didn't you?
No, I actually didn't. I was getting 2 hours in a stream, and I still had plenty more to go. I finished all intents and purposes, like the showcase of it. There's just more for content for you to enjoy before, the actual game comes out. What's up, Hari? How you doing, man? Welcome in.
What's up, Hari? Oh man, have you watched any of Secret Wars yet? Speaking of Hari, I was asking him the same thing last night.
Secret War.
Yeah, the Marvel show with Nick Fury.
I had not heard.
Holy
I haven't
shit,
even
it's 2
heard
weeks
about
in,
this.
dude. Oh my god.
I haven't even heard about
dude,
this.
It is fantastic. So
I love
far.
Nick. I love fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, dude, it is. Yeah. So yeah. Secret Invasion episode 2. Yeah. Oh my god. Woo. Wild shit, man.
Yeah.
Wild shit.
Oh, I'm down to check it out. I gotta actually like watch it. I didn't even realize that was a thing going on.
Oh, it's a thing.
When did they announce that show?
I don't know, like a year ago.
I'm too busy to play Pikmin. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Been quite busy the last week and a half.
It's true.
2 weeks, I guess more. That's actually a week. The direct was last Wednesday, right? Been quite busy since last Wednesday. Hustling.
Yeah.
What you been up to recently? So any exciting news for you? I know your lamp's gonna come on in about 45 minutes.
No, it's not, because I fixed it.
Did you fix it?
I did. I
Did you
actually
fix
fixed
it?
it. It's not
Good.
gonna come on. No, my dryer was just beeping at me, let me know I have clean towels now.
Very good. Very
That
good.
is good. I got a little bit more furniture for the back porch. I showed you that.
Yes, you did, and it's the same furniture that we have in this house now.
That's crazy. That's wild. But it looks good out there.
It's different color. Different color though. Donna went with like I don't remember the actual color.
Was
like
it
the
tan?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember the color of the wicker, but I think the covers, seats,
The cushions are
are no, they are teal.
Oh, teal. I saw those ones. I saw those ones. Yeah.
But here's my issue. I was going to tell you this too. It's a good time to bring it up. I was going to tell you this. She wanted to get this new furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how much you paid for yours because I know how much you paid for hers. And we heard the price. And I was like, okay, well, I have somewhat high expectations. It's not a cheap couch by any means.
No, mine was cheap compared to the other ones.
Well, she paid $500. I don't know what you paid.
I didn't pay that. No.
Okay, so she paid $500. I don't know if she got a bad deal or what. But I'm like, okay, well, I have higher expectations, because the couch behind me is $500. It's not a great couch by any means, but it's not a terrible couch. It's not one of those like fake furniture couches from IKEA.
Yeah.
It's like real. So she gets this couch in, and did you know you're getting this? The backs on this couch are
short.
Are like up to my butt crack. Like they're nothing.
They're short. They're definitely short. It's a short little couch. Yeah. I knew it was gonna be smaller. I didn't think it was gonna be that small, but it's okay. I was
What's up,
out there
Jack River?
last night, like lounging on it. Yo, Jack, what's up? I was out there lounging on it last night. I was out there today actually working on the end part of our podcast. I was sitting out there.
Nice. But yeah, so the point why I bring that up is I would have no problem with it if you didn't have furniture prior, or if you had like really bad furniture. Like that if you had really bad furniture, or hand-me-down, or old, broken, or just nothing. This is a fine little couch. Very nice. It's nice and long, got extra, but here's the issue I have. They had out there a set of old, like indoor couches. They were leather indoor couches. They're very worn, very old, but they weren't like gross. They were just old and worn because they've been sitting out for the last 5 years or so. They've been sitting outside, underneath their covered patio area.
No, it's covered. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so it's not gross, not like smelly, yucky or anything like that. It's just old and didn't look nice. It didn't look nice, but they were huge, really nice, soft, a really huge soft couch, and then it was a little seat that matched, which they kept the seat, but the couch I have the issue. She threw it out. She threw out this really, really nice couch, and I was like, this is upsetting because this is a great couch.
Mega, I will put the pictures of the stuff on the back porch in the
member chat,
members Discord right now. I'll do it right this
members
second.
Chat. Jesse Pinkman. Excuse me? Oh, Pinkman. Jesse Pinkman.
I saw that too. That's pretty good.
Very good.
Members,
they're nice. They're somewhat comfortable for short term. I don't know how they're gonna feel for like long term sitting.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not necessarily the point of those, right?
Yeah, they're not super long term. Oh, I put some lights out there too. The lights actually, I didn't. They don't look good in the pictures, but I'll throw a bunch of these pictures in there. There's that. There's that. There is this and this. There we go. There we go. Here's like 5 pictures going in the members chat.
Coca baby, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Welcome in. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, I'm happy with it though. I got.
We wouldn't mind, guys. Get a like on this stream. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, we would.
You get matching chairs.
Oh, guys, we got our first sponsor on the podcast tonight too.
Yes, we do. Here's a little sneaky peeky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Super excited about that.
Ooh, ah. Wing, bing, bang, wada, wada, bing, bang. Yeah, we have like a whole like thing to show you guys. There's like a little there's like a little. Oh my god! Did I just smash a bug accidentally?
I don't know.
I think that just happened. I think that just happened. Oh! Ew! It's on my arm too. What in the good God's name? Okay, I gotta be right back. I got goop on my arms and my fingers. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Ew.
You killed. All right. Well, he'll be back. Oh, what? Sponsor hype. Yeah, Tomtoc. There's links down in the description. If you guys want to go ahead and click on those, they're affiliate links. So click on them. Use them. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We're going to talk about it. But, like, the Zelda case, dude. Ridiculous. Looks so good. Oh, I got this in yesterday, too. The
oh yeah,
Tears of the Kingdom Neo grip. I do like it. I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot, honestly.
Gotta be honest. I know you got, and I have nothing against Skull and Co, but I know that you get sponsored by them every now and again. But I gotta tell you, Satisfy, they just did a better one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I like the gold. It's good. It's definitely good. It looks great. I just think, yeah. I don't like the way they feel. I like these.
See, I like both. I just prefer Satisfy. It's kind of like McDonald's, Burger King. Like I think I prefer.
This cases fit the Neo grip, right? Yeah, the Neo grips. It's a little tight. It's not made to fit the Neo grip.
Yeah, it's not not recommended either.
It fits. I do it all the time. I mean, it fits.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. I'm not sure what you said while I was getting the bug goo off my body. Which
I told him go hit those links, man. I said get down there, click those links right now.
Yeah, do it. That first one's a drip affiliate link.
Yeah,
not a podcast one. Give Drip some
affiliate
cash.
Link, get it. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to go buy the case. Just buy something within 24 hours on Amazon. Anything.
Every purchase, Drip will give Geeb $5.
Well, I don't even get $5. That doesn't sound right. I don't like that. That means I'm going to be owing. I'm going to be negative.
Hari, you can't have it, man. You can't harve it. Can't harve it, Hari. Mine and Mrs. Jeep's forever. He wanted you to go steal the Lexus edition. Mrs. Jeep, how you doing?
The what? Abby. Steal the what?
The collector's edition. Abby, you would take high offense if Hari would come over and steal the collector's edition from you, wouldn't you? Very upset. I have the art book out, by the way. It's kind of we've looked at it already because we finished the game. We made it a little event.
America's favorite teacher.
Hey.
Yeah, man, I want to see that art book. After the podcast, you should get it out and read it like a storybook and show the class.
Well, so it's actually all in Japanese, even this English.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to hear the words. I just want to see the pictures.
Well, notice it's called the art book, Drip, not the reading book. So
I don't care. All I want you to do is hold it up like this.
Yeah.
So everybody can see. Oh, by the way, anybody hanging out here, we're probably gonna hang out in Discord after this. If anybody is down to do that.
Yeah, we'll be in. We'll go in Drips tonight. We'll go in Drips community room. Hop in there.
Dude, the hype was do some real in yours the other night.
The what now? Oh yeah,
the hype
I know.
Was real man. What a hang.
It was good. I felt great, man. What a good week last week was. Into this week, it was good. It was good, man. It was good to have the YouTube pop off a little bit. And it was good to have everybody over for like It ended up not being a Jeeb night, even though I thought it might turn into that because we all just were hanging and talking, not playing games together.
I mean, I was mostly pissed because I couldn't get
I know you were
Emulation.
What a downer you were.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. If anybody knows, listening to this, if anybody knows how I can get Twilight Princess and Wind Waker working on my Steam Deck, I have the Emu Deck downloaded. I put the ROMs in the right place, but they're not there. They're not there. They don't show up. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. So if anybody knows how to fix that problem, I mean, that would be greatly appreciated. I got to figure that out, man. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, we'll give you Drip's address. You guys can hop right on over there and have a good time.
No,
Dude,
I mean, we're not gonna do that.
We're about to, dude.
That.
You understand? I'm gonna be over there in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Do you know how to do this?
3 weeks away. We
yeah, 3 weeks.
Oh no. I don't. But you know me. I know how to get the answers to things. So.
I thought I did too. You should.
Do we really want to waste our time?
You should definitely learn how to do it before you get here. That way,
let's
when you
waste
get here,
our precious moments together of me learning how to do something for you.
Let's not do that. No, let's just learn before you come. You said you were gonna try to do it anyway, right?
I was gonna have somebody show me or have me like walk me through, which is probably I would not be knowledgeable enough to do that. After one walkthrough, just wait to buy both of them next week when they shadow drop. Jack, it's not gonna. Not gonna happen. I mean, if we go through July without an announcement of these games, it's not happening. They're not coming in September Direct. They're not coming. They're coming next year. They're not coming unless they come now. What are they waiting? What are you waiting for, Nintendo?
They're waiting for this next year, whatever they have left. If they're not gonna put out the Switch till next year, we can't talk about this. Shh. I have 3 crazy scenarios that took hours building today. We are not talking about this right now.
Megan needs Papa Allen's pizza in return if he comes help you. I mean, that sounds like a good deal.
Dude, I'll buy you 3 of them. It is good. It is good. Seafood pizza, though. Eat it quick. You definitely want to eat that.
Mrs. Geeb did say she was disappointed with the art book, and I understood her disappointment. I was disappointed for one reason only. There was a subtraction in this art book that they were missing somebody. I won't say who. Not Ganon. Totally not Ganon. They were missing somebody from this art book, and I'm like, there was a version of them in the art book, but not the version I was hoping for. And for the price of everything, this art book only being like 200 pages, I feel like it could have been 500. You know, like it was just, that was the disappointing part. It wasn't enough.
Well, we'll have a proper read through after this podcast.
There it says boo gay. Well, boo me what? What am I? Who are you booing what for? What now? Listen for a bit. Awesome, Fappy. Oh, Fappy, love the logo, man. Love the new logo. You gotta send that in our chat so we can. Did you already send it in our chat? I know you're talking about changing it, but I don't know if you sent it yet. I want to see that logo. It's too small on my screen right now. I can't see it. Looking good. I gotta make you a new podcast guest thing, Fappy.
He has not sent it.
Okay, you gotta send that.
Oh wait, yes he did.
Did he? Look right now. See it.
Yes, I see it. It's just up a little bit.
Uncle Fappy Gaming.
It's on the 15th when he sent that.
15th. I thought that was the old version, or I thought that was modified. Is that the one he's going with?
I see there's 2 here, but the first one's what he's got there.
Well, Fappy, he's got to be close, man. It's got to be close to popping time. Fappy's having a baby out of his belly.
Yes.
Good luck with that, Fappy. Keep us updated when you can.
It's coming out the belly button, right? That's where babies come from, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where babies come from.
That's what I thought.
Drip.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hang on. Let me get my beer of the week out and ready.
I'm ready. Hang on. Classic Drip.
I'm ready. Hang on. That means when I say I'm ready,
you're like a woman. No offense, every woman out there, including my fiance listening. It's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, let me just go to the bathroom and then go grab this and then go do that and then get this and then we'll get that and then we'll get the keys and then we'll go. And it's like, but then you're not ready. You see how this works, people?
Can my wallet open a bottle?
Uh-oh. You can do it. You can do it. Would you need one of these?
I would not.
A Ridge wallet. Not Ridge wallet.
That's what I have. That's what I have.
No, I have this thing. My one Billo thing that I did film for Billo. It was this thing. I still have it on my desk. I don't use it very often.
Ooh, yeah, that's got
when you need on it. It's got a bottle opener. It's got a flathead on it. It's got a little pry situation, little pointy bit.
That's for stabbing people.
This is the simulation of a flathead, Then there's like a corner, 2 useful corners. What else we got here? Bottle opener, obviously bottle opener. It's got this like wallet thing. That's what this paperclip is stuck in right now.
I was gonna say, is that paperclip part of it or no?
No, it's not part of it, but it's this rubber, this black rubber thing is, and you can stick stuff in it. Typically a wallet. Cool. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is a simulation. This is not pry thing. This is actually a simulation Phillips bit, but it's only one little prong. But it works. It works for the Phillips. This works for the flathead.
I got you. All right, let's start this podcast.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
I like that thing. Let's do this.
Everybody, please, if you would not mind, liking this stream so we can share the love with other people.
Yeah, please.
Excuse me.
Go like right now, please.
Okay.
Would really appreciate it. Do it.
Don't forget, we're doing beer week right away.
I have my beer of the week.
Sweet. Bring it back. Oh, did you say we're bringing it back?
Oh, yeah, we're bringing back beer of the week.
We're bringing it back.
It's coming back.
Going back right now.
Right now.
Right meow. I pull this up. And in a few moments, when I get my life together over here on my side of things, just the typical podcast startup stuff. Open
you
that
know your buttons.
up.
Don't hit the wrong buttons.
I got the buttons, Drew. I got the buttons.
Okay, you got them. Let's start it up. Let's do it.
Oh, that.
I thought you had the buttons.
I do have the button.
Are you sure? You don't
This
seem to
is.
have the buttons.
All right, guys. Let's do this. Oh, wait. Let me turn my fan off real fast. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh, boy. You're blowing it, Geeb.
I'm sorry. I had my dehumidifier running, and it was loud in
No,
the background. And
it's fine.
background noise
It's
on
good.
OBS.
Did great.
Way worse than.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Right.
It wouldn't be a podcast if the intro wasn't 4 hours long.
Hey, I cut it this week, remember?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you to Tomtoc for sponsoring this episode. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Host Media Gaming. Record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast over on youtube.com/dripgeeb. Drip tonight is a fun episode. We're going to talk about Switch 2 Pro, whatever you want to call it. It's just the name at this point. It'll be a real product.
Switch 2.
Hopefully soon. We don't know when, but hopefully soon. But Drip,
maybe.
Before we get there, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I got some new furniture on the back porch. Very excited about that. I've been sitting out there. It's like hazy though. All the smoke and stuff coming from Canada. Dude, it's wild.
Oh yeah. It's better for us today. I think it's starting to blow your direction.
Yeah. And I know the next 2 days are going to be even worse. Alexa was like, oh, I said her name. She's going to hear me. She was giving me warnings this morning, like, don't go outside. Don't go outside. I was like, all right, okay, I'm gonna, but that's scary.
So yeah, like my Google phone here tells me near my weather widget, like when there's like little warnings, like thunderstorms or something like that, and it's gone right. It's gone right now. It seems maybe it's actually gone for reals, but it tells you like, oh, there's an air warning, and like it tells you like I think the like high air pollution would be like 100%. The other day, it was like 260.
Yeah, I'm at 168 right now.
Yeah, that's similar to what we were today. But that other day was like 2-something, over 2. Yeah. And I was
yesterday was way worse. Remember, I sent you the map yesterday. I was like, look at this, man. This is crazy.
It wasn't as bad. Like visually, it was not as bad as what they were saying, what you could see from like what New York was experiencing, your Philly area, my smoke, yellowish, orangish, fog. For us, it just looked like I was joking with Abby on our walk, which we should not have been doing that on that day. But I was like, we have to get some exercise. I was like, it looks like when somebody's like, oh, somebody close by is having a fire. That's what it looked like. But like everywhere,
it just looked like morning fog. It wasn't morning anymore. Just the fog just stayed all day. It's really weird.
Was really weird to see it. Like I was telling Abby how weird it was to see this fog. Like, but it wasn't fog. It was smoke, and it was so weird. It was so weird to see the smoke because I associate that with like bonfires, and I'm like, I guess Canada is having a bonfire, an unpleasant one.
Today it didn't smell as bad, but yesterday it smelled. You know when you plug in a hot glue gun
Yeah.
That smell. That's what it smelled like outside. I was like, dude, this
I didn't get that.
is bad, dude.
I didn't get that
It's
at all.
bad. Yeah, I mean, it was smelling really bad yesterday, but yeah. Other than that, furniture's out there. I just kind of sucked it up. I was like, you know what? It may smell really funny out here, but I do like this chair. It's a cool chair, so I just sat out there anyway.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get to our beer of the week real fast. Drip, I always let you go first because you always have better stuff to say here. But yeah, we're speaking of which, we're bringing back beer of the week.
Bringing back beer of the week.
Just to mention that real fast. And, it's a little segment. If you haven't been around for a while, we'll just let you know what's going on. It's just like we just share our beverage, whether it's a beer, anything alcoholic or non-alcoholic, just whatever you're drinking, you can share with us. You go to our Twitter and go ahead and every week we'll do a listener beer of the week. We'll just use the hashtag beer of the week and @DripGeeb on Twitter. And if we got some good submissions, or if any really, we'll share them on the podcast after Drip and I share our beers. So, Drip, what are you drinking this week, man?
I have a Samuel Adams Summer Ale, citrus wheat ale. I mean, there's not a lot to. It's a nice beer, summer beer. Not a lot to tell about it. It's lemony.
Love that little lemony.
Refreshing. 5.3 alcohol. Oh man, I haven't had one of these in a while. That is very good. It's not too lemony either. It's nice and chill. Yeah. It's very good. Really like.
I do enjoy
what do you
those. I got something. I've had it recently on the podcast. What do we got? What's the name of it? Tropical Beer Hug. It was a few weeks ago actually. I had.
Oh yes, I remember
on the pre-show.
It's an Imperial Hug.
It's an Imperial IPA. It's around 9.9%, so it's gonna f me up a little bit if I keep drinking it with no food. There is a squashed bug on it. Where are these squashed bugs coming from?
The bugs are real. There's so many bugs there.
I'm not gonna open and drink it. I'm sorry. It's on the lip part. I'm not touching that right now. But I don't know where these bugs are coming from. They're like dive bombing on my table right now. I apologize to ruin the beer of the week with that. But yes, again, I'll just reiterate. Right. Share your bug smashed beer of the week with us on Twitter @DripGeeb. Use the hashtag. What is our hashtag? Beer of the week. That's what it is.
Yeah.
These bugs are throwing me off my game, man. They're everywhere. The last few days, they're everywhere. Like, they look weird. Some of them look weird. They're fat and meaty. They stink when you. I hate. Anyway.
Are they stink bugs?
No. Oh no. I know what a stink bug is. These are
They're
not
just
stink.
Weird stinky bugs.
They're weird, man. They're just weird. I don't know where
I
saw them outside too. Anyway, hashtag beer of the week @DripGeeb on Twitter. Let's get with the episode. Drip. This week we got an investors. Actually, it was last week, was it not? The investors meeting from Nintendo.
Yes.
And, they talked about stuff, and they talked about it in Japanese. So it's the reports out there. It's just in Japanese. And I think we're slowly getting translations right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot more should have come out of this already. And I haven't really looked all that deep to find more. But I mean, the big takeaways, the one I made a video about, which is interesting. It turns out we actually already knew this. They've already talked about this like a year ago. But we did get confirmation again the other day that they will be taking our Nintendo Switch accounts and moving those over to the next system.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I mean, I guess we did know that already. I totally forgot that they talked about this like about the same time last year.
Yeah.
But what was the quote? It was, as for the transition from Nintendo Switch to the next generation machine, we want to do as much as possible in order to smoothly transition our customers while utilizing the Nintendo account. So that's interesting. That's all that was said.
Are you surprised by that? Are you surprised?
No. I mean, they're not going to go any further into it. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that we even got that. I forgot they said it last year, but that even surprised me. But that is good, because if you go back, and I talked about this in the video, but if you go back, this is not what Nintendo used to do. Like, everything you did on the Wii was on the Wii. Like, okay, right. You can take your Wii games and put them in the disc for the Wii U, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anything digital, like, nothing. You can't do it. And now, especially Wii U to Switch, doesn't matter if it's digital or not, none of it went over. You just started over.
That's right.
And it's something Xbox and PlayStation have done for a while.
Yes.
These accounts where it's just been like a thing. It is good to see Nintendo actually using that and going forward with that. That makes me rest a little more easy, knowing that at least something, like I what's all connected to our account?
We have our games.
Obviously, yeah, we'll get there. Obviously, the games. That's the big question, and we'll get there.
There's nothing else to connect.
I mean, the online. The online, our family
Our
groups.
gamer tag, if you will, but there's not really a gamer tag.
Yeah,
It's just,
there's not.
there's
You
no
can do
gamer
whatever you
tag. The
want.
account itself is the gamer tag, if that makes any sense. As
Now,
long as
does
you're
that mean
logged in to your account, then you can use your account and all of your settings, like your game. What's the word I'm looking for? The progress of game. Like in Splatoon, if you're level 45, you sign in on this other Switch, then you're also level 45 there.
if we can play Splatoon 3 on the other Switch? That is.
Yeah.
Okay. But something else that does go with it. This isn't a huge one, but it is kind of nice. I bet, obviously, the friends list. We don't have to do that all
your
over
friends.
again.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, if you guys have had a gamer tag in your life or the Sony equivalent, it's
Yeah,
just
Xbox,
that.
whatever. Yeah.
It's just that you just don't get a gamer tag. You get a code associated with your account. I actually think it's much more efficient than gamer tags because there's gamer tags. There's room for error, mistakes, and like you maybe even choosing the wrong person because it looks the same.
Or if
with
you change it,
the way Nintendo does it. You can change your name. You can change as many times as you want. That's what's really nice. Gamer tags, they make you pay for it. At least they used to with Xbox. That was always a bummer.
I think they still do.
Yeah, that's lame. Nintendo's like, you can do whatever you want whenever you want, as long. But this code is what you're going to send to your friends, what your friends are going to find you for, how they're going to find you, and it's in my opinion, I played on Steam a lot. I've played on Xbox a lot. Can't speak for Sony, but as far as those two, this is beyond the best system I was even expecting to talk about this tonight, but this is beyond the best experience for gamers that I've experienced. Like the code, here's the code, type it in, good to go. There's no room for errors or capitalization mistakes, nothing. Just here's a set of numbers, type the set of numbers in, and you're good to go. You're linking up with your friends. And so that's what's going to move. Good. That code will move over to the Switch 2, it sounds like.
Yeah. And I mean, our online stuff. So, I mean, I guess the online subscription just stays the same. We just have the online, all those games that we're paying for with the online account. Yeah. We know those are all going now too, probably, right? I would imagine.
Anything associated with your account, as far as I know, until they tell us otherwise, anything associated to your Nintendo account in terms of the Nintendo Switch will be switched over.
Then the question is, because there's one left that we haven't talked about here, and that's the big one. The games. All the games. All my digital games. You know how many digital games I have. Every one of them is digital.
See, like for me, I am making the assumption that when they say your account is moved over, I'm making the assumption that also means your game purchases.
I feel like that too.
The question is not necessarily will my games move over. The question is the Switch 2, we'll just call it, backwards compatible in every sense. Now, it would be kind of weird, I think. It would be kind of weird to be able to play your Nintendo Switch games digitally on your Nintendo Switch 2, but not be able to throw your cartridge in as well. That would be like a slap in the face to anybody who bought a cartridge.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
So there's no way that they're doing one or the other. It's both or none.
It's one. Yeah, it's
and
all
if they're
or
moving
nothing,
if they're moving the accounts over, to me, that what they're telling us without telling us, because they like to do that for some stupid reason, they're telling us your games, the Switch 2 is backwards compatible.
I think so too. I mean, obviously we don't have that wording, but seeing this, just them say the general thing, like the Nintendo accounts are moving over.
Yeah.
I mean, everything you would assume everything tied with them goes to. So I mean, they don't say it, but I mean, I don't know. It looks good at this point. It looks good. We're getting so much news now, man. I just feel like this thing's coming so soon. I don't think it is, but everything we're getting now, it's like,
well, it's within a year, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah,
we're going. I mean, I think by let's just say 18 months from right now, it's coming. I mean, it will be here within 18 months.
I think that's
and that 18 months is going to feel real quick, because let's say maximum 12 months from now, we're 11 months from now, we're gonna get an announcement of this, like at worst case.
Yeah. Well, okay, and we're gonna talk about that later. I have not told anybody about this, but I have three scenarios here that I've made up. 3 made up scenarios. We're gonna go over this later in the podcast, but there are 3 different times that the Switch could come out, and we're gonna go over each scenario. And you guys in the chat here, you can let us know what you think too. Which one's the most probable of the 3?
Yeah.
One of them's not probable at all, but it'd be nuts. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we're going to see this thing sometime soon. But another thing they talked about at the investors meeting, more great news. When the original Switch came out, and obviously the Series S and X, and the PlayStation 5, and just about everything else that's come out over the past 5, 6, 7 years. Scalpers get their hands on it, and
Yep.
it's impossible to find at retail, and that sucks.
It sucked
That is
big time, man.
that's a terrible thing, and it happened with. I mean, my God, it happened with the Switch over the pandemic a ton, right? You had to buy your first Switch.
Our first Switch was a Switch Lite we found at Walmart, but at the time, the Switch Lites were a little easier to find in person, impossible online, but in person they were a little easier. It was the regular Switches at the time. We didn't even have, or yeah, we did have V2 Switches. That was dumb.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did
yeah.
have V2 Switches at that time, but they were impossible to find, and even or V1s for that matter. They're both impossible to find. So we actually had to go on eBay. I don't regret it now. It ended up it ended up pushing my business
Exactly, yeah.
to where it is now. But like we bought a V1 Switch for $435 plus tax. Oh no, wait, that was including tax, so it wasn't quite as that bad. But $430 with tax for a V1 Switch in the time where there were V2s out there.
Yeah.
Worst battery life. That's I don't regret it now, but I mean, if I was a consumer and it didn't push my business, which wasn't making the purchase time thinking it would be a business thing. I wanted to get through the pandemic without going insane. I wanted a gaming console. But yeah, I don't regret it, but damn, that was a lot of money. And that whole situation, the searching for it was just painstaking. And if Nintendo could do something to remedy that, I think we're in good hands.
They say that they are going to do that. That's also something they said, that they are going to address that head on. I would imagine that means more stock. I mean, that's really the only way you can do it.
That will change nothing. The scalpers buy 70 of them.
Well, they won't be able to. These places aren't going to let them buy that many. So the problem is, I know when the Switch came out, I believe, I could be wrong, but I looked into this a little bit the other day when they were talking about this. I believe at launch, they had 2 million original Switch units ready to go, which wasn't nearly enough. They upped production. They talked about it all that year. They kept up in production. They got them out. They did what they needed to do. They were hard to get at first. So, I mean, with a Switch 2, but let's think about this. Like, how many do you think they would need to make the supply just there? Like, it doesn't matter.
I don't even know if I want to entertain this conversation because you can't limit somebody, because if somebody who knows what they're doing with bots, not scalpers who are just like a Joe Schmo, right, who's just buying consoles when he sees them or when he can get the hands on online. Well, we're talking about people who have computer knowledge and like using these bots.
I know, but a lot of these sites
using
are
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how they do it, but like I'm assuming like with like virtual machines on one computer and having many accounts. If there's a 2 console limit or even one, you just got to make 50 accounts, 50 virtual machines, and boom, you can buy 50 in a second.
They've already figured out a lot of these sites. All they have to do is they can figure out who's buying these things and shipping them. I mean, they can do it. They've gotten around the bot thing before.
Can they? I have not seen. I've not heard anything about that.
Yeah, they can. There's sites that have completely canceled giant orders.
Can we say that about the 64 controller? Can we say about that?
That is Nintendo. That's Nintendo themselves.
This guy, the Zelda controller, the collector's edition, because those things are never in stock. The amiibos. I have a hard time believing that's true when this day we have a hard time seeing simple things like a freaking controller variation.
I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you it's true.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying I don't know if you have credible sources.
I do. I've seen it happen 100 times. I used to do the shoe thing too, because people used to try to get more pairs of shoes to resell them too.
Yeah, it's maybe working on a.
And sometimes people would get caught with the bots, but I mean, I don't know. There's ways they can do it. And that's the thing. You can buy 70 of them. Let's say instead of having 2 million at launch, they've got 4 million or 5 million at launch.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Keep buying them. With that many, they're still going to be out there on the shelf. And that's the thing. People are going to be like, I don't want to try to do this because they're still out here. Like, now I'm stuck with this, because that's the thing too. When they know that they're putting them out and their production is going to be high numbers, it kind of makes them not want to even try to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
a different story when you look at like a Supreme drop or like some Jordan 1s that are like limited, like
Yeah.
they're limited.
And I
So
was gonna say this too, like with the PS5 and Xbox Series X in particular, those were using parts that were of high demand and low supply
yeah,
due to the market. The Switch 2 is not gonna have parts, I would imagine, that are like as in desire as like parts with modern day hardware like the PS5 and Xbox.
I mean, I don't know what it's going to have, but we're not even in that. That's the thing too.
Well,
You're
I'm
right.
saying we can take that very variable out of the equation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
we're not even in that era anymore. You know what I mean? Like
well,
there's still a little bit of a
yeah.
parts issue, but it's not
No,
what it
it's
was
not,
then.
no,
'Cause
no,
that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. We can totally take that part out of it. So if they can actually do this and there's just Switch 2s that's going to be great.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be good for everybody. I mean, except scalpers, but fuck scalpers.
Fuck scalpers. It's so slimy.
I hate it. It drives me crazy.
And like if you're I have bought things and then sold them at a later date at a higher price. I've done a couple things.
Okay, but I'm saying you don't buy 100 of them or 10 of them.
I was gonna make the point is that like I'm doing it from like a consumer standpoint where I'm just like, all right, I need money right now and I don't need this. And I know I bought it just a few months ago for this price. It's great that it's gone up in price. Let me sell it for a couple dollars. And I'm actually great because I don't even sell it at like what they sell. I'm like, all right, if the market's 40, I bought it for 20, I'm gonna sell for 30, and then it's gonna sell immediately. I'll get my cash. I'll break because eBay fees and stuff. I'll break even. I don't make any money off it. I just break even.
Should I upset everybody right now? I'm gonna. I actually just sold something. Actually, I traded a guy.
Oh yeah, did you do it? You did it.
I did it. Yeah, I have it. I needed a second PS5. I wanted the PS5.
You did not need it. You did not need one. You wanted one, and I can't believe you traded that for what you're about to say.
So I got a PS5, not the digital. I already have a digital one, but I got a PS5 with the disc drive and 2 controllers and 5 games. And I traded him my Hylian
like
$700
worth of value. Like $700 worth of value, we'll say.
I traded him my Hylian Shield 2DS.
$600 of value. You traded for a 2DS.
Yeah, I gave him the 2DS.
Hylian Shield Edition.
Yeah.
2DS.
I still think he probably still got the better deal. It's scratched up on the back though, and it doesn't have the box. New, they're like $1,600, but I looked online before I made the deal. Like $500 to $700 was kind of where I saw the prices, and I was like, I don't play this thing, man.
He'll list it for $650. He'll list it for $700.
Yeah, and he'll make a little profit. He probably traded this thing for something else, but it's like, cool. Now I don't have to cart my PlayStation 5 upstairs and downstairs every time I want to watch or play, Fortnite in bed. It's cool because I'm definitely not playing Fortnite on the Switch. That's for damn sure.
Switch.
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
If you're playing in bed, that's what you do. That's what the Switch is for. It's not the best experience, but that's not the point. You're in bed. You don't need the best experience.
Now I have the best experience. Now I have it. And I have my little media remote up there, so I can
First
watch Disney
world,
Plus
Van.
and stuff.
First world.
I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. I'm glad I did it. But yes, looks like Nintendo's going to try to deal with the stock issue. That's fantastic. I'm really excited to see what they do with that. I hope it works out because I want everybody to be able to get a Switch 2 if they want one.
Well, Jerome, I think it's that time. Is it not that time?
It is that time.
It's that time for today's sponsor. Guys, this podcast episode today is sponsored by Tomtoc, in particular, the new FancyCase series of slim cases. Yes. They feature the normal joystick protection, the military protection, level protection. We got YKK zippers over here, water repellent, and this is actually right here in my hand. Drip, you want to show yours too?
Oh, yeah, I got
Zelda. Yeah, we got the Zelda-inspired design as well. This thing is
they're so
it's
sick.
just absolutely sick. And it fits with my gear. I mean, I got the collector's edition. I got the Zelda controller. We got the Zelda Switch inside of the Zelda case. It fits with everything over there, and it just looks just darn plain awesome, man.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And that's the thing. Tomtoc. All you guys know, I've been using Tomtoc stuff for what, 4 years. I've been doing videos with them. They sponsor some of my stuff, but even if they weren't a sponsor, this is the stuff I use. YKK zippers. This stuff is built. It's built to last. The fabrics they use, everything about it's so nice. I mean, I have Tomtoc for my Switch. I got Tomtoc for my Steam Deck. I have a Tomtoc case on my iPad. I literally use Tomtoc everything. I love their stuff. I got a backpack. It looks great. It lasts. I mean, it's to me, it's the best case you can get for your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, for sure, man. You can get this Tomtoc Fancy Series case over on our in our affiliate links down below. We have a US affiliate link. We also have a UK regular link. You can also, guys, register your gear if you get a Tomtoc case. It comes with a number, I believe, somewhere inside. I lost mine. My video, we'll talk about that when it comes out later. I lost my thing, but don't lose yours. Make sure to register your products. The link is down below as well for that in the description of this podcast. Thank you, Tomtoc, for sponsoring this episode. Rip.
Yes.
Activision guys said something. They said naughty words, things they should not say.
No, they didn't. They said beautiful things.
They said naughty things in a legal
talking
setting.
Dirty to me
in a legal setting.
Woo! I love that. I loved what they said. So we don't know. I want to start before we get into this stuff because this is some juicy shit, dude.
Yes.
This is awesome. If this is real, this is awesome. But I do want to say, before we even get into this, there's been some backtracking. There's been a little bit of maybe this or maybe that, not quite what we think we know possibly, but it could just be a cover-up. It could just be a cover-up.
Yeah.
So basically, it was emails between Activision, Nintendo. So they were talking about this and that and whatever. But
exactly that. This and that and whatever.
This and that and whatever is what they were talking about. A little bit of whatnot.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
Oh man, Mambo number 5. We're not even going there.
Okay, sorry. We're not sponsored by Mambo number 5. Wish you were though.
So the biggest thing, basically, just to simplify this so we can have a conversation about it. Basically, what was said in these emails back and forth was that the Switch 2 would be Gen 8 equivalent as far as graphics go and power. So we're talking PlayStation 4. We're talking Xbox One in the palm of your hand, a handheld that will run maybe under, but on pace with that.
Yeah.
And I do want to point out, Geeb yelled at me for something like that. I don't know how many.
I wish you didn't point out because I gotta remember. I don't even remember what my reason was why I
want
yelled
to
at
find
you.
out too. Anybody who's watching this back after the fact, if you go back and find it and put it in the comments, I want to know. But he
in the
did
comments
tell me,
or tweet us a video link of the
Yes.
timestamps, whatever.
I don't know what it was, but anyway, dude, that's gonna be crazy. That's all I want. Like, I don't care about whatever. I don't care about PS5 handheld, anything. I don't need that. I don't need 4K. I don't need 8K. I don't need all that. If you give me the power of a PlayStation 4, even a base PlayStation 4 in my hand with Mario and Zelda on it, I mean, dude, that's it. I don't need anything else. I honestly don't.
Yeah. I mean, let's start with there's kind of multiple points here that we should hit, but let's start with just for funsies. Let's make an assumption here that that's what's coming next, right?
Okay. Yeah, and we don't know for sure.
Or let's do this. Do we think that's is this credible? Is this what we're getting? Is it really possible to have a PS4 in your hands in 2023 for the price range Nintendo tries to hit?
I think it is.
Or does this mean the Switch 2 is going to be more expensive and the Switch 1, the one we have right now, the OLED, essentially, is we're adding to the family, right?
Ooh,
so
yeah.
are we getting a PS4 2 Switch that's $19.99 and then the OLED is $35.99. You got the OG Switch sticking around, V2 Switch for $300. We got the Switch original the Switch Lite for $199. I mean, is that what where do we? Is this a replacement? What?
That's a good
what
point.
is this? What are we looking at? There's so many questions. This gives us more questions than answers, I feel, honestly.
Well, we did say this last week, actually. We said that we talked about this last week when Zach was here. I think he asked us what our thoughts were on what this thing will be. And you and I have both talked about things this is going to be a member of the family, probably. This will be the
I would
new
think
one,
so.
the
I would
new
think
one.
so.
And I think that's the way they're going to go. That makes more sense, especially, like I said, the way that the language has been coming from Nintendo, the Switch family. they've been talking about the Switch family since 2017 to their investors. That's where this wording has come from too, from things translated from investors meetings. I mean, they've said it other places too, but I think it makes sense. Yeah, if this is like maybe this is maybe we still are actually getting the Switch Pro. Like the Switch 2 is the Switch Pro. Maybe it's not a bunch of new features and a totally different thing. Maybe it's just the next Switch is just the bigger one and it does cost more money. I mean, what's it going to cost? 400, 450-ish? I mean, that seems expensive, 450. 400.
Yeah.
I think that's on par with the rest of the stuff out right
450
now.
seems expensive. I see a world where it's over 400 though. I mean, we could be talking for like what was it? The 3DS when it launched was 279, something like that, right?
It was too expensive.
I know, but it was not a traditional pricing scheme.
No, I don't remember what it was, but they backtracked on that.
I know that's not the point I'm trying to make. I was saying that like they've done it before where it's been like a weird price that's not a 0 or a 9 at the end. So it's possible that this could be like 419. They know they can't go to 450. I think
424.95.
They go to 450. People are gonna go, but I can buy a Switch or I can buy a PS5 for 500. And when it's on sale,
$50 more.
If we're on sale, we're talking the same price. And I don't really care about handheld, so we'll do that. And if it's going at 400,
well, no, that's not even true. You can get a PS5 disc
digital
for $400.
Yeah,
they're $400.
To go 450, I'm assuming they know would be too high. I think 400 is a good price if it is a PS4 or even better yet, like a PS4 Pro types console in your hands.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't honestly see that happening either. Best case scenario, we're talking like the launch day like Xbox, where it's just
and that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's marginally better than Xbox 360, but like not terribly.
Yeah, I mean they were better, but I mean it's not like I don't think we're gonna get like PS4 Pro or like.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going there. But
if we want to play this comparison game, the Switch as it stands is very similar to like an Xbox 360 generation.
Yeah.
Like if you play BioShock on the Switch, it's like the same experience, give or take a bit of love to the Xbox 360 version. So like, and that was a 360 game, so that's why I bring it up. Like, yeah, going from a 360 to like an Xbox One or a PS4 would be natural, I think, for Nintendo, like in terms of the graphic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's all I want. I'm good. Yeah. If we can get, I don't care. Like, even if it's still like under a PS4 a little bit, like as long as we're getting that type of, like, that's way more than I even expected. Like realistically expected. You know what I mean?
Realistically, yeah. I mean,
like that's what I wanted, but like, it's Nintendo. So it's like, we're not getting that. It'll be something weird. But then you got to think about this too. If it does have that type of power and then still has this like DLSS stuff that everybody keeps talking about, like we could have something real special here, man. This could look crazy and it could run really good.
No, I see. I think you're looking at it a little bit optimistically, which is fair, but I think it's more like with the optimization, with the DLSS, we're looking at that. Like, because those series of consoles could get to 4K, if I'm not wrong about that, right? Could get to 4K, the right game, the right setting.
Yeah, like docked. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not the Switch. Docked. What are we talking about? I'm talking about.
I thought you meant like a Switch with that.
No.
It's 1080p.
No. In real life, the PS4 and those things could get to 4K.
Yes.
With the right settings and the right game.
I believe so. Yeah. Right. PS4 Pro did 4K.
I'm not. You were the one who has one. You have one, don't you?
I don't have one anymore. God, I can't remember.
But you did. You had one. So yeah, that was
4K, right? Yes, it had to be.
So like, I'm saying that. So like, why did I even bring that up? I can't remember why I brought it up. But like, so I guess to say that it's possible if we're talking that kind of graphical power.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get quite like that's the high end, right? The PS4 could get on the high end, could get 4K. I think the Switch at best is gonna max out at the low end of those consoles, like 4K for like I don't know, maybe with the LSS, maybe could do 4K on like a game like a 2D platformer that has very little like an indie 2D platformer, but not like
let's say
Zelda.
Like a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe type thing.
No,
optimal. But that's
not
the thing.
even.
The Switch can run that game flawless. It makes it perfect. It runs 60 frames per second, 1080p.
And I'm sure it's pushing every ounce of power that thing's
so
got
you don't
to do
think,
it.
let's just say a new Switch could just bump that up to 4K 60?
No, I think it's going to look
that
better.
optimized for the system?
No, I don't think so.
I think that would be the one. Like those types of games.
Because you're forgetting about the middle ground. Like there's 1330p as well,
Okay.
whatever that is. 14, whatever that middle ground is, the 2K, if you will. There's 2K, and I think Mario Kart will go to 2K. 1440, there it is. Yeah. And then like I said, I think 4K is gonna be reserved to like indies that are just like small platformer, like a Celeste type game or something along that effect. Well, maybe some Devolver Digital titles will be
get a little bit
4K.
more than that.
Very few Nintendo games will be 4K native. I bet you none of them will, honestly. Maybe if the thing's capable of it, at best they'll do 2K. Some of the game.
Well, I mean, and that's
backwards stuff. Switch stuff could be upscaled to 2K.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we get with the Switch now, anyway. They say 1080p dock, 720 handheld, and we don't get that ever.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, 2K is twice
I'm saying
as good
it's
as
the same
1080p.
thing. They could come in and say, "Oh, it's 4K," but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. If they say 4K, it won't be 4K. It's just saying it can go up to 4K. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if that's the biggest thing. Like, is the power of this thing that they're talking about actual power, or is it DLSS getting it to that power?
I hate to break it to everybody who thinks this thing's going to be a PS4 in your hands. But it's not that. It's going to be something better than Xbox 360, but it's going to be somewhere in between the 360 and the One.
I mean, we're hearing it's equivalent.
As far as hardware that you're holding and you can touch is concerned.
Okay.
With software and modern optimization, we're talking some games will go to 4K. They're going to be able to take a technology. This is what Nintendo does. They're going to be able to take a technology that came out in 2015 for a home console, put that fit it inside the guts of a Switch shell, use modern technology, virtual technology to upscale it, and that's what we're going to get that's what we're going to see the final product in dock mode. Handheld, gonna be 720 screen. Everything handheld 720. No matter if the game's 4K compatible or not, it's gonna be 720 in your hands, because that's battery life, baby. You're not playing 4K games handheld. You're crazy if you think you are.
Well, you don't need to.
You don't. But some people think they want it, and they just don't know what they want because they're silly. They're being silly.
Like, what's nuts is, like, watch a YouTube video on your phone at 720p. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, you can. Well, on the right
looks
screen,
fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
but it looks fine. Like,
but that's the OLED. But see what you're saying there is exactly what the OLED is proving to those people is that 720 screen. It's lower resolution than the original Switch tablet, and significantly lower resolution than the Switch Lite screen. Yet you look at the Switch Lite, the OG Switch, and the Switch OLED, and it's not even a comparison. Resolution is a fallacy. You don't need extra resolution.
What's this? This is only 800p.
It's only 800p.
It looks sick.
Which is essentially 720p. I mean, we're talking.
Yeah. It looks great. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like Red Dead looks fucking beautiful on this thing.
And by the way,
like, that's the one game I'm always like, that's the game that looks sick on here.
I have been told that you're crazy, GB, you think it's not going to be at least 1080p on the next screen. I'm saying you're crazy. Because you don't understand what that's going to do to your battery life. You have no idea what that's going to do to your battery life. That is so many more pixels to push on a screen that doesn't need those extra pixels. The OLED screen confirms that. You could slap the exact OLED panel on the next Switch, and I will be happy no matter what it does. That OLED screen is beautiful, man.
It is. Okay. But what about this? Is this a thing? Because I don't know. Let's just say they did put a 1080p screen in there, right? Is there any way for this DLSS stuff to make it not work as hard to save that battery life to get a 1080p screen in there? Just to say there's a 1080p screen. If they can do it and then optimize it in there with some type of software to make it work better.
You cannot optimize battery. You can optimize battery.
You can. It's been done. The Switch just did it.
The modern phones do it all the time, and that's probably what the Switch took inspiration from. Is the modern phone industry does that, but you can't make battery that is not there. Like our battery tech is so far behind our power tech. So our power is gaining and gaining and gaining. Your computers, my big old fat PC, are drawing more and more power. And for home consoles and computers that draw from the wall, that doesn't matter because you're pulling from the wall. Just your electric bill is going to be. As far as these handheld consoles and phones, they're trying to put smaller and smaller batteries. It's like the competition is like, how big of a battery can you get that is the smallest? Like,
I mean, and that's the thing about the Steam Deck too, the battery life.
Like you could get a phone like 5 years ago with 5,000 milliamps hours, and just keep that number in mind, 5,000. But nowadays you can get like a phone with like 3,800 milliamps that does the same kind of performance as that 5,000 one did a few years ago. It's like how much smaller can you get these batteries to that with using software optimization and hardware stuff and others, whatever they do. I'm not an expert on this, but whatever they do to make that work, the batteries are saying the battery tech itself, lithium ion, is not changing a whole lot. It's more software optimization.
I mean, and like I was saying, the Steam Deck has that problem. That's the problem. It's the battery life. If there is an issue with it, it looks great, runs fantastic. I mean, it gets hot too. I mean,
imagine
these little fans right here,
yeah.
man. There is some serious hot air blowing out of these fans when you're playing. Like I said, I always use Red Dead as the example because it looks so damn good on there. But Red Dead 2 makes this thing get quite warm, and you got about hour and a half, maybe. I don't know, maybe 2 hours, depending.
Yeah,
but
Nintendo's not going to do that.
No, they're not going to put something out that has
2 hours battery life. Not going to happen.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Not coming from 6. They're coming from 6, and now they're going to go down to 2, or just because you get a little bit more pixels that you can't tell the difference. No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Geeb. I think we've covered that enough. I want to put some things out in front of you here. Okay. I've created what I guess is just another game. we just play a game every week now. It's not really a game though. I have made 3 scenarios, and everybody in the live chat, you guys can play along if you want to. I've made 3 scenarios. Okay. Each of these scenarios is going to be when the Switch 2 will be released. Now, it could be none of these. I just made these today. I made these today based on the information we have right now about the games, this and that. Ooh, I do want to bring that up too before we get into that. I don't know if anybody's noticed this. Maybe it's just because I haven't been to Nintendo's website in a while, but I know that's not the case. They changed a lot of stuff. So you used to be able to go on Nintendo's website and they would just have, there was like upcoming games.
Okay.
And it used to be like if there was a game coming out, summer, and we didn't know the date, it would just say summer. And if it was coming out the next year, it would just have that year's date. You know what I mean? And it was third-party stuff, first-party stuff, anything that had been talked about, really. That's not the way it is anymore. It's completely different. They took everything out. Like even the Peach game and Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, the remake, not even talked about on their website anyway. Not even a little bit. So they took out all that stuff and they put in a section that's just called, what is it called? It's like the calendar or the release schedule. Release schedule, I think is what it is. So they don't have like upcoming games. It's just release schedule. And it only goes to November of this year. That's it. It's very weird. I just want to bring that. I don't know, I don't know if that means anything, but I thought that was strange. I don't know why they've changed it to that. It is kind of weird that they've just taken everything from next year or even third-party stuff that's like, because we know a lot of stuff that's coming next year, but it's all off their website.
There's a Peach game coming next year.
Yeah, and the Luigi's Mansion remake. I mean, the third-party stuff too. Like, it's weird that it's all just gone. Okay, I don't know if that means anything. We're not going to put the tinfoil hat on for that, but it is interesting.
I can.
No, God, don't. Please don't. No, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. God, please don't do it. No, God, don't do it. Why? It's so dangerous. Good God, it's dangerous. Okay, anyway. So we're going to try to figure out.
Don't play with knives, kids.
No. God, this is like weeks in a row now. I hate that. Okay. We're going to play this game. The game is, when is the Nintendo Switch 2 going to come out? I have 3 scenarios.
There's probably music playing right now. I probably put some music in.
Oh, did you?
I did last week too.
Okay, wonderful.
In the edit, yeah.
All right. So We're going to go with scenario number 1, okay? Scenario number 1 is the Switch 2 comes out holiday this year.
Yeah, what's my options here? Could just say what.
Let's go over this one first. We'll go down the list. Now here's how this could happen. Now again, these are made up scenarios, so nobody get crazy. Geeb, I can see you. I can see you. I can see you moving around your chair, very antsy about me saying that it's going to come out holiday 2023.
Let me at him.
Give me a minute. Okay, now here's how this could potentially happen. Now tomorrow we have what? Everybody 1-2 Switch. We've got the new Joy-Cons dropping tomorrow.
Yep.
That doesn't change. So
I actually didn't even realize that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next game after that Nintendo has on their release schedule on their website is Pikmin 1 and 2. Or I'm sorry, Pikmin 4 on July 21st, correct?
Yes.
So we have the 1st of July to the 20th of July where nothing is going on for Nintendo. Yeah. So next month, in this scenario, next month, they announce the Switch 2 next month, okay?
Okay.
And they also give us a taste of some of the games that will be released on the Switch 2. Very, very minimal information, but we probably see some Prime 4 stuff. We see maybe a glimpse of a couple scenes of a new Mario game. That's all we get for now, right?
All right.
So then we get Pikmin 4. And then we got Disney Illusion Island coming next month, too. You guys, don't forget about Disney Illusion Island. That's going to be a good one. 28th of next month. Looking forward to that. So August, we have nothing going on in August for Nintendo. So in this scenario, during August, our pre-orders for the system would come up, right? The next month, okay?
Yeah. It's almost July. You're talking next month we're getting pre-orders for.
No, I'm talking August we're getting pre-orders. Next month it will be announced in the first 20 days of next month in this scenario.
I'm saying technically right now it currently is July. It's a couple days away. So in a month, in 4 weeks.
Within the next 23 days, 22 days, whatever. Yes, so the Switch 2 would be announced. In August, pre-orders would open up. September 22nd, we have Pikmin 1 and 2 physical coming out, right? So in this scenario, we're getting the Direct this year, at that point, we would get a Direct in September, okay? But we would get a Direct featuring Switch 2 games coming out with the system and after the system, going forward next year. And just so everybody knows too, they also announced very early, right when we knew this, that it's backwards compatible, and all these games that you're going to be buying, you can buy all those games, and if you buy the new Switch, you're going to be able to play them on that too.
Your account will move.
Yes. So that is why these games, and this is why this is all possible, and it's not going to kill them. You know
I was about ready to rip you on that. That was the one flaw you had in your story until you said that.
No, it's back. No, sorry. Meant to tell you that early. So, yeah. Now it's sounding good, huh?
I mean, it's sounding like a possibility. It's not,
it's not happening. I know this is not the one, but I wanted to.
It's not impossible, but your description does make this not impossible.
Okay, so then we go into October. We got Detective Pikachu again, going to play on your new Switch. Mario Wonder, the 20th, going to play on your new Switch. November, we got WarioWare on the 3rd. We got RPG on the 17th, and then on November 24th, which is the last Friday in November, the Switch 2 releases.
That's just such a short window.
It's a very short window. It's so
6
short.
Months.
It's 6 months.
It feels even shorter than that. I guess
it's 6 months.
Yeah.
So that would be scenario 1. That is coming this year.
You know what? I'll just say this about it. I'm not going to rip you anymore. In fact, I'm going to help your argument.
Switch corner. You know me too well.
Drip just basically making his next YouTube video. That's exactly what this is, Alex.
Exactly what this is. Don't worry.
So basically, Nintendo actually kind of made this possible by, in their last Direct, not having any real heavy hitters besides Mario Wonder. That's the big one. But an RPG as well as I think, I was Mr. RPG last week. As well as I think the game's going to do RPG, it's not a heavy hitter. It's still a remake. So
Yeah.
there's only one real heavy hitter. Pikmin we already knew about. That doesn't count. Mario was announced. That was it.
Yeah. So
friends.
that would be the scenario.
Lots of third party stuff happening. A couple different remakes, but as far as like what a Nintendo first party stuff was, big old. What is Nintendo trying to sell us at their Nintendo Direct? We had one big Mario 2D game, and that was it. So they leave the door open by and next month another Direct with the Switch 2 being announced, Mario Wonder being a dual release.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
It's just weird. It's weird. Because yes, but no, because there's another flaw. Again, we know this is not happening, but we're just having some fun. Mario Wonder is coming out. That would mean Mario Wonder is coming out just weeks before the Switch 2 is coming out, and that makes no sense. It would come out on launch day with. So that's not gonna your story unless you change it to the same date as Mario Wonder announcement.
Oh, I like
the Switch coming out. That's what they'd have to do because there's no way.
That works actually.
There's no way. I
don't even know why I didn't do that in the first place. That works way better.
Yeah,
so it comes out.
But it makes the window even smaller, and that's not good. Though.
Not that much though. It's 1 month shorter at that point. It's about 1 month shorter.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there's that. So
next scenario, we're gonna say mid-year next year. So the Switch 2 could be. This is scenarios where the Switch 2 gets released in middle of 2024.
We're gonna call it April next year. Okay. We're gonna call it April.
Let's hear
April, May. But for my scenario here, we're gonna go April. Okay. So, July in this scenario, where is it? 2. Okay. In July, we get nothing. We don't hear any new stuff. There may be, some little games here, there, whatever. We don't really do anything in July. August, again, we're not really hearing anything. Now, in September of this year,
do you remember?
We get an event, but it's not a Direct. It is a full-on event talking about and introducing the Switch 2.
I'm sorry, what was the month again? I was busy singing
September of this year. So instead of getting a Direct, we're going to get the Switch 2. We're going to get the features. They're going to tell us about it. Again, we'll see some little clips of a Mario game, probably other games. Same thing, same kind of release, but we'll get that in September. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Then October, nothing. We're going to be waiting. We're going to get all the same stuff. It's going to be basically the same thing up until we'll see Dark Moon in January, and then we're going to see Peach in February, and then in February we're going to get another Direct, and we're going to get new games. We're going to get a bunch of new stuff. Peach is going to be that last thing for the Switch, kind of the end right there. So we'll see a bunch of Switch 2 games here, more stuff about the Switch 2, maybe a Switch 2 special edition, something like that. Just whatever. That's going to be in February, okay?
And the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess port double pack will come. Everything will be great.
Yeah. Yes. In 4K, it's going to be wonderful.
VR.
Okay, so
screens.
Then that's basically it. We're going to get the same general stuff we saw in scenario 1 in different times. And this thing drops, we're going to say sometime in the end of April, beginning of May, sometime in there. Okay.
Okay.
So that gives us our regular scheduled Directs at that point. That gives us a September one that's not actually Direct because they're not going to announce a bunch of new games for the Switch because they're announcing the new Switch. And
they will announce games for the Switch family.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. We'll see some stuff, but this is more to talk about the system itself. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's basically scenario 2. We get it in April. We'll say April, May. Now this is the one that this last one is probably the one I think is going to happen. We get some bonuses in this one though. It's going to take longer to get to the Switch. This is going to be holiday 2024. But we get some bonuses. So everything happens tomorrow, and then July comes, we get Pikmin 4, we get Disney Illusion Island. But in this scenario, next month, we also get the announcement of the Switch Lite OLED. In this scenario, we actually get the Switch Lite OLED.
I love how in the most likely option the most likely Switch 2 option that you put out here You're like a politician throwing in your garbage in your bills that you're writing. You just threw
Did you
your
catch that?
You,
like
you
that?
wheeled your garbage right into this most likely option that.
Gee,
and next month
this is
we
not
will
politics.
all have all Switch OLEDs in our hands as
I just want you to know this is not politics. This is just business.
You get your universal health care, but you also have to enslave people.
Okay. This is not politics. This is just a Switch Lite OLED.
This is the bill. You must sign this bill if you want.
If you want the Switch 2, you must sign this bill, okay? Anyway, next month, Switch Lite OLED is announced, right?
Yeah.
It's announced. Then again, we're going to go to August. We'll get our pre-orders for the Switch Lite.
All right.
And then we will move to September, where we will get a direct. And at the end of September, the very end of September, possibly early October, the Switch Lite OLED will release.
Yeah.
It'll be a very quick window like the last one was. Super quick. In and out. This thing will be out. But we're also going to get that direct too. We're going to get a regular scheduled September direct. More games to kind of finish out the rest of the year. Who knows what we'll see there. Maybe Prime. Maybe, probably not Mario. But we'll see some stuff.
Yeah.
So then October, we got Detective Pikachu. We got Mario. November, we're not really going to see anything, just the games, whatever else they may have announced. December and January. December's nothing. January, I still think Dark Moon is when that's going to come out. I think February is Peach. I mean, Valentine's Day.
I'll tell you this.
Game.
I don't like your dates for either of those two. I think Peach is coming much later. We don't know anything about it, and the fact that it's going to come in February, whether right now we know nothing about it, I feel like that's fast.
We'll see. Okay, I think Valentine's Day.
It's not crazy to think that the Peach game could. Did they say 2024 for that one?
Yeah,
I think it's a holiday game. I think it's a dead set holiday game.
I don't think they'd talk about it this early if it was that far away.
No, because then there's like 3 directs next year. There's always multiple directs.
Well, okay.
They're gonna feature in every direct next year.
Yeah, that's not the point. That's not the point.
No,
so,
I know, but I'm just saying, like those.
At this point, we're getting into the basics. We're gonna have a basic year. It's gonna be a direct in February. We'll get new games. I mean that's basically it. May, we get to May, and the Switch 2 is announced. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get the lead up. We get all our stuff. We get a September direct again, and we get the Switch 2 released in November of 2024. So those are my 3 scenarios.
So
do you have
just
any questions?
there's a lot of information, but I don't want you to go through all of it again. What I want you to do is give us the first contact of the Switch 2 for all 3 options, and then give us the release date for all 3 options.
Okay. For option 1, the announcement is next month. It's in July.
July of 2023, and then when is it actually going to be in our hands?
We get it on, what was it? I said November 24th.
Of this year, 2023.
Of this year, 2023.
Okay, and it's just rapid
That's scenario 1.
Scenario 2.
Scenario 2 is we get it announced September. We get it announced in September. In their place of a direct, we get it announced in September, and then it releases in April or May of next year.
Okay. And option 3.
And then the last one is going to be we don't even hear about the Switch 2 until next May. And we get it November of next year.
Nintendo will put a tweet out there. It'll be like, it's gonna be May, and like just JT's gonna be holding like a Switch open.
Hey, I'd be down.
May.
So
I think it's pretty obvious here which is the most likely option, and like by a large margin, is that the one that's gonna take the longest to develop.
Oh yeah, the one with the Switch
3.
Lite OLED for sure.
I gotta say though, with some alterations, your version 2, we just said this on the phone earlier. So the truth is always somewhere in the middle, and I feel like with option 2. With some finagling there, I think that's actually very possible.
Yeah, for middle of next year, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Too.
Like I would say maybe the February direct next year could. Let's just say that's the first contact where we get an announcement.
Okay, so where did I say first contact on?
You said September this year. I don't see a world where in 2023 we hear anything about it. But in 2024, early, It's very possible.
Well,
And
the
then,
only reason I say that is because the same thing as I said the first one. We know this is already backwards compatible. So yeah, it may hurt system sales, but it's not going to hurt game sales. Like buy your games. It's cool. Like when you get a new Switch, they play on there too. All good. Keep buying the games. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, maybe they'll do it before the holiday, but I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
The question really comes down to, will Nintendo release a console, a brand new one, a successor to their most successful console of all time? Will they release that mid-year, not wait for a holiday season? I think it's possible though, because like, listen, you start that train early. You start that sell train.
It's not like people aren't
you start
buy
that in the
it for
summertime.
Christmas, you know what I mean?
And then you there's a chance for it does go in low stock for some reason. There's a chance again in Christmas time for another reboot of these things.
Yeah, well,
I want version 2.
Yeah,
I don't. Version 1's too soon for me. It's too soon for me. It's as funny as that is, because we've talked about this for so long. How we want this next console. It's funny to say it's too soon for me, but I'm so happy with the OLED. Like, I want more power, don't get me wrong, but I'm just that happy with the OLED that I still think this year is too soon. I think version 2 with my alteration of just say the February Direct as where we're here first contact, and we get it sometime in summertime.
Yeah, maybe move it back to the end
July.
of May.
Actually, it ships out July, late June.
Okay.
All
right.
I want this option. I think if there's any of these three, the most likely, it's by far still version 3.
I think so too. But you listen, I need this from you. I need you to tell me that my scenario for version 1's not terrible.
No, it's
pretty good, right?
You remember what I said? I said I want to stop from ripping you and actually.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw you start moving around in your seat when I said holiday 2023. I could see you getting angry already. But that is I mean, it's not going to happen. Let's be totally honest about this. It's that is not happening. But that scenario is possible. It's very possible.
You know what? The most unlikely situation of all of your situations are not like the most unlikely thing that you had said that's going to happen in these scenarios. Your OLED light is not.
Dude, you're wrong. It's going to be announced next month. It's going to be so cool. Can't wait.
It's not coming, man. Not happening. It won't fit in the tree. They can't price it. If we're going with the Switch family thing and the Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever, it's going to be that $400 price tag, and then the tree, $50, $300. There's no
$250, $200.
I just don't see that. I don't see it. I think it's just, why would they do that? Why would you buy the Switch Lite OLED for $250 when you could buy
I told you
Switch
last
for
week.
$300? I just don't see it.
Because I told you last week. This is them bringing the Switch Lite up with the OLED. And then when the new one does come out, those two stay, and the other ones sail off into the sunset. They can't have that many different Switches in production at one time.
But we said that about the Switch.
We did
too, and that never went away. It makes no sense. Why nobody's gonna buy the Switch regular for $300 when for $350 you can buy the OLED? Besides family, I think family, there's still a market for kids. Like, I love little Jimmy enough to buy him a Switch that docks, but I don't love him enough for $350. $300 is good for me. Jimmy's gonna have to suffice. Or gonna have to.
I understand, but I'm telling you.
But like for the light, for the handheld, that's just a handheld. Listen, no parent's gonna say, yeah, we'll give him the $50 one for extra just because we love him that much.
If it's the only option, they will.
If it's the only option, but now I don't see the OLED Switch Lite just doesn't fit in my eyes. When you have the Switch Lite as it stands is so perfect, size and price.
I love the size. I love the form factor. I love everything.
It's perfect as is.
If it had a bigger OLED screen, I would still be using a Lite.
I don't see it. How about this? How about Nintendo fixes online and sharing on accounts and everything, and then like it's actually useful to play in a Switch Lite and switch over to your regular Switch.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Well, then I'd really want one with an OLED screen.
Yeah,
because I mean, man, you do know. There's no way you're gonna argue this. You know that OLED screen makes a difference. Handheld, I would love it.
No, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a worthy product. It'd be a very worthy product. Nintendo going to go, I don't see the value in offering that option where we can sell the Switch Lite as it stands for $200 and make bank on it. It's profit. Nintendo's about profit, man. Not about giving the consumer the best experience. We know that. We know this. They don't care about the consumer. They made the nunchucks rectangles. They said, F your hands, hold a rectangle.
Whatever. Listen, it's coming next month. It's going to be awesome.
I don't really mean that. I think they're actually somewhat ergonomic, but I just thought that was funny.
They kind of remind me of the they're kind of this shape actually.
Yeah, all right. And get those rubber grips. Those that you're holding the. Sorry for the audio people. You're holding that grip for the
grip for
Joy-Cons.
yeah, they're bigger than that.
Actually, hold on. Actually, yeah. I don't know why'd I go back to the Wii? We could just look at the freaking Joy-Cons. They said, "F your hands. Here are Joy-Cons."
No,
that works much better.
Well,
that works much better.
Nintendo
for my argument.
and comfortable stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. The gamepad was nice and comfortable.
It was all right. It was a little thin in my opinion. I think it needed more bulk.
God, the gamepad, it's a beast.
Yeah, I think it needed more. It's not as beastly as a controller would be in your hand. It's big, but it's not as ergonomic as a controller. That's for sure. It's don't catch me wrong here. It's still ergonomically sound. Just could be better. For my, you know me, I have Mr. Sensitive hand. Anything hurts. I can't, like, dude, my hands are so effed up. I have a hard time making, like, I just didn't need to flip you off. I was just messing with my fingers.
All right, man. Yeah, fine. I see where we're going. I see where we're going. This
now screenshot that, post to Twitter, and call me out. Gee, that flipped off drip.
Do it. Do it. Start Twitter beef. Do it.
For real though. You guys, anybody who like knows like what the issues is, I would like to know. I can't go to a doctor because
it's I saw a commercial for that. I think
I can't like it's like maybe arthritis. I don't think it's arthritis. How can I have arthritis already? But I did. I mean, I was a drummer for a long time. I still technically am. It's possible. But yeah, I have a hard time with like finger movements and like that really hurts my hands when we're unergonomic situation while gaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, drip. Wow, we did a thing. This was a very good one.
Yeah, I love this podcast. This was great. I hope everyone else enjoyed it. And one more time, thanks to Tomtoc for sponsoring the episode.
Tomtoc. Not thank you the bugs who are still smashed on my beer that didn't allow me to drink it.
Yeah, that's
it's
gross.
literally on the part where you put your lips in.
Dude.
Like, it's like
I understand.
I'll drink. I won't waste the beer. I'll wash it off later.
Yeah,
but I cannot. I wasn't gonna flick it off and take a sip for the podcast.
I would not.
You guys
have been
aren't
okay
worth
with that. Yeah, dude, I would not have been okay with that.
It's like it melted or something. It's so weird. It's if you can see. We'll talk about this.
I see it. No, I can see it.
We'll talk about this on the after show. Thanks for listening, guys. Listeners of the podcast, thank you guys so much. If you're in the stream, still hanging around, we'll talk to you guys in the after show. If you're hanging out in the stream or watching this on YouTube, please make sure to hop on to your audio apps and download this podcast on the audio apps. We don't make a dime. I decided not to go with the ads for that.
Good.
So we don't make a dime on the audio stuff. I just want it to grow better, man. I want the audio stuff to go better than what it has been. So not that I'm not ungrateful or anything like that. I'm just asking you guys to please also listen to this podcast on audio platforms. If you missed any of this live stream, or if you don't like, if you want to take this video on the go with you, and you don't do YouTube Premium, it's on the audio side of things. On YouTube, music, and Spotify, you can watch this podcast. So keep that in mind. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
What's up, after show people?
Hello, after show. Hello. After show.
I thought you were going a different direction with that.
Nope. I went no direction with it.
You went no direction. Yeah, man. Can we talk about Tomtoc in these cases? Not because of the sponsor, but because of how much I love these things.
Dude, I have a ton of these things. This one's fucking sick, dude. So, it's so bad.
So I have a video. After show. After show.
No,
so I have a video coming out. Hopefully tomorrow, but unlikely. I gotta email Tomtoc, let them know that's not actually out tomorrow.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you go ahead. I did see something I do want to read here because Alex said stats above could prove Drip's next month theory, which I want to know. So you go ahead and talk. I'm gonna read.
Yeah. So I'm not being paid by Tomtoc, but off this podcast. I'm only on the podcast, but as far as like my YouTube channel, they're not paying me. They just sent me some gifts so they sent me this green one, which is amazing. I wish I had better lighting so you could see everything. It is a very dark green. So I mean, there's that very dark green. We have this amazing hot pink, which I think is incredible. I love this. I even like it for myself. I'm not a guy who's against the pinks and everything like that.
That pink one looks good.
It looks great. The green, honestly, so Mrs. Geeb, I've actually gave this to her because I'm a green. So this is her switch inside. She's actually not here. Switch is in my hands, not her hands. Because when she's in this house, the Switch is in her. All right. But so we have I gave it a stir because she uses the Tears of the Kingdom Switch. I'm like, yeah, it looks great. You use it with the Tears of the Kingdom Switch. It looks amazing. And for me, and this will come out in my video later, I just can't use these because I use the big boys. I use either the Skull & Co version or the Satisfy version of the big thick boy. And I don't mind the extra thickness. I can just put stuff in there. That's what I end up doing. So I have these 3 cases that I don't really know what to do with. Miss Jeeb's using one of them, obviously. These 2, I might be doing a giveaway. I don't know.
I was about to tell you, do a giveaway. Give that green one to me.
I literally can't afford to
give it away to me.
I can't afford to ship anything to anybody right now. So we're not doing a giveaway right now. But these 2.
I'll tell you what. Hey, how about this?
Maybe.
You bring me that green one.
No.
And we'll give away my white and red one.
No. You're not gonna profit off this.
It's just a trade. Then I'll do the giveaway and I'll send it out.
No, because I want. The only reason I say no to that because I really do want this green one. But I foresee this relationship with Tomtoc to continue. So I think I think that we'll have more cases to give. If they send me stuff like that, that's like we'll just call it a gift because like they did not need to send me these 2 extra. They just did. If they do more like that in the future,
they're great, man. Tomtoc's great.
I'll give them away.
They're great to work with.
I'll pick my favorite, keep that for myself, and give away the other one. Like Drip's trying to do right now.
That's the thing about again, sponsor or not, everybody knows I love Tomtoc. I love their shit. I love their shit. They're great to deal with. They're great to work with. Their shit's great. It's awesome. Anyway.
You see that, Drip? Mega doesn't have a Switch case. You should send one to Mega. Do that.
I will.
I'm putting you on the spot. Just send it to him.
I will. I have a white one. It's white on top and red on the bottom. I'll send it.
I do like that one's very nice.
It looks like kind of like a Pokeball.
It's in this B-roll. I should here. Let's.
Oh yeah, just play that.
Play the. Oh, there it is right away.
Listen. Also, you should read what Alex put there.
All
that honestly, like, hell, they could announce the Switch 2 next month, and it would actually line up exactly with what they've done.
So where should I read from? Where?
All of it. From where he said, just basically.
Okay, I'll read out loud here to everybody. The Switch was announced 4 months and 10 days prior to its release to give you a reference point. Around October 20th of 2016. Released March 3rd, 2017. So November, December, January, February, March. 5 months window. They didn't reveal the pricing and release date, however, until January 17th, 2017 at the press event in Tokyo. The pricing, etc., 2 months before release, including 5 months to actually release it and 2 months before they release when they reveal the pricing. See above for the actual stats, which would be a good reference point. No Switch Lite OLED. People would be mad. I agree, Alex. The announcement to release will be quick. I agree. They don't want people holding on to their cash. That's right. If they're holding on to it, they're not spending it. So bad business. The announcement to release will be quick. That's what you. The stats above could prove Drip's next month theory.
Yeah, okay, so he's talking about me. Holiday 2023. Theory 1 is what he's saying. Could be true.
It's
because of the time.
It's possible.
If they did this next month, let's say they did it next month, and we'll say, like you said, which I think is probably true, if they're gonna do it, it drops with the game this year, and that's Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
And that would be what? October 20th. So let's say it's announced on July 20th, which is still in my window before Pikmin 4. It won't be announced the day before Pikmin 4. But let's just say whatever, July. So then July, August, September, October. Ooh. That's only 3 months. They won't do that. But
there's a version, we don't need to really sit here and predict the version of it. Starting today's date, if we start thinking about this, it's not impossible to.
No, Seth, no. Go back and watch the whole. No. Don't get excited.
I just walked in, new Switch this year. No.
Seth, go watch.
You can listen to this podcast on audio platforms. You can watch it on audio platforms as well on YouTube
scenarios.
Music and Spotify.
Good God,
go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning. Please do so on our audio platform.
But maybe
benefit from that. Not
maybe.
I'm so bad at talking about it.
Maybe so. Maybe it will come this year. I don't don't know. I think I laid out a pretty nice scenario there.
I don't think this was clickbait. The title did not imply that I was saying that people or the Switch is coming this year. Right? I think this is people just interpreting that way. It's not. I didn't like trick people, right? This title's not tricky. The Nintendo Switch 2 situation just got real. And then the thumbnail says we got information, but we didn't say we got a release date. Trust me, if a Switch 2 came out, it'd be plastered everywhere. New Switch! It's called the Switch 2! Blah, blah, blah. It'd be like everywhere. It'd be obvious as the day. So.
Yeah. No, I think it was fine. I mean, we talked about everything that was in the title and the thumbnail.
I think, do we pronounce that Louis or Louis? Louis Ma? Is that French? Louis Ma. Louis Ma. Love the show, guys.
Lewis. Yo.
Merci. You're probably not French.
It's that actual information. There is actual information.
We have actual information. You should listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we
have actual information.
Nintendo accounts are moving over. They're going to try to
mouth.
fight scalpers. Actual information.
Actual information.
And we did get actual information about, well, what we think is actual information about the, what was it? Oh, the specs. Gen 8 equivalent.
Any guesses for which game would get the first special edition of the next gen Switch? That, you know what, Menno, Drip, don't say anything. We're gonna hold on to that idea. That's a good game. That's a very good game.
Ooh, that is a good game.
A very good game. We can
like
play the
that.
game right now, but
we're playing it next week. That's a good game. Tune in next week for that awesome game.
Menno, either hop in our Discords and let us know, or just drop a comment on the video, not in the live chat, but like an actual video comment, so we don't forget about that. Because I have the memory of a goldfish, and Drip doesn't have a memory. He basically has an SD card that he pops in and out when he feels like for his memory.
That's true.
ADHD problems.
I'm gonna
make sure we remember that. But we will do a game out of that. That sounds like a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I'm making a note right now.
I'd be disappointed if they didn't do one for Metroid Prime 4. I would agree with that. I think it's. Yes, I would be. I feel the same way. Je ne suis pas franc. I took French for 2 years and I remember nothing.
I know no.
Je ne suis.
French.
Is it sweet? Did I pronounce that one, or is it there no S's are pronounced? I don't know. I'm not French. Neither am I. What are we doing? Louis, what's up, Louis?
Stop it.
Je m'appelle Gabriel. Uncle Geeb.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
The drip
That's awesome,
cord.
though. Oh yeah, get in there. We're gonna be hanging out in there after this anyway.
If we get big time, we'll just do a podcast Discord.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
I like our setup. We don't need a third Discord to worry. At least I don't need a third Discord to worry about.
No.
You don't worry about either of them.
Oh man, we cannot handle a third.
What are you talking about?
We cannot handle a third.
You're just hey, can you add this? Yeah.
We can't handle a third.
We should do better. Honestly, dude, like I don't want to be the person. I made it, but I don't want to be the one to run it like the way it needs to be run these days. Like it needs to be run better. I'm not doing a good job running this, either my server or your server.
Well,
So,
hey, anybody out there who wants to run my Discord? We're having tryouts.
You know
right
what?
Now.
Listen. This is how I became a friend of Drips, and the guest on the podcast is offering to help him with Discord. So if you're not a murderer and you have tech skills and you want to run our Discord,
don't be a
submit your
murderer. If you're a
applications.
murderer, just
submit
please
your
keep
applications to theunclegeeb@gmail.com. There you go. It's open. If you want, I'm making it official. If you want to run our Discord, I don't know if there's any applications that qualify you to run a Discord. Well, I'll do an interview process. It'll be a whole thing. You can run our Discord.
Drip Plays channel.
That's this channel.
Yeah,
That's this one
right
here.
now it's this channel, but I haven't even done that on here.
Oh. I mean, I was just saying we turned your Drip Media Live channel into this. This is the Drip Media
Yes,
Live
that's
channel.
what this. Yeah, this actually used to be that.
Yeah,
yes.
We just changed the name and changed the content.
Yeah. We did a good job, though. I think this is better, honestly.
I agree.
Definitely better.
Not because I'm on it.
Oh, you dirty dog. You dirty dog. Oh,
Not
man.
a murderer, pretty slim.
Prerequisites, yeah.
Requisite.
Yeah, I mean, dude, just don't be a murderer. Seriously, though. If anybody knows how to actually run a Discord and, like, make it super cool. I'll start promoting the fuck out of it again on videos too. We'll get it popping. What parties in there?
We promote it sometimes, but if the podcast can't take over. It's a lot.
Yeah, I've been promoting the podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't start doing the podcast and the Discord both though, because I have completely stopped. Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but we have a Discord. There's a link right there. Mega just put it in there. You guys should totally check it out. Both of those, actually.
Yeah, it's so much to worry about. Like I can't keep up with Discord. It's honestly, God, it's changing so fast, and like to keep up with it, and also trying to make content on the internet. It's just like, listen, I can't. Like I made it. We have it. If someone wants to improve it, the keys will be yours if the price is right. I mean, not money wise. If you're not
there will be no money exchange, but
no, we can't pay. We can't pay ourselves. This is why we're getting sponsors.
Yeah, I would be very grateful if it would happen. I mean, I don't know. Somebody might want to do it. If somebody wants to do it and they're good at it, sweet. Like,
yeah,
we'll do it. Maybe I'll put something on Twitter too.
I hope they change the CD game, and then it will be like my childhood. You move the music skips in the CD case, the game skips. Sounds like a great idea. I mean, the Vita did that perfectly fine. I never actually owned a Vita. I don't know if it skipped anything.
I had a PSP.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It took a lot. It took a lot to get it to like, dude. Like you would have to really fuck it up. I don't even know how it works.
It's the benefit of that smaller disc. It's like the fact that
what were they called? UHD or something like that. I don't know what they were. I had movies and shit. They came in little tiny. They're like discs inside of little plastic cases, but the case stayed on it. You put the whole thing in there. It's weird. Huh.
Oh yeah. I did. I remember that. Yes, I mean I didn't have one, but I've seen videos of the Vita and the PSP in action, and yeah, that was always bizarre to see the plastic casing around it also get sticked in.
Yeah, it was weird.
Best handheld ever, Alex says. That interface was doo doo. I know the interface was doo doo.
Wedding Crashers. I think that's what I had.
I had a portable DVD player, for Christmas one year when I was a little kid. I got this portable DVD player, and
like
this
the
is
one with the pop-up screen.
Yes, this is the era of this, and I'll tell you the movie. Will tell you what era it was. Kangaroo Jack, is that the movie where what's that? Anthony something. Where the kangaroo talks in an Australian accent, and it's Anthony something. He's in Blackish, the TV series.
No fucking clue.
I'm gonna say Anthony Kiedis, but that's not the. I'm not talking about the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I was gonna say that's not him.
Or singer. I'm talking about Anthony somebody. Anthony Anderson. Thank you, dude. Anthony Anderson was the star of is currently the star of Blackish, that TV show on whatever network it is. But he was in that. It was Kangaroo Jack. It was an Australian. That movie came out 2003. That's probably the exact year I got that DVD player. I also got Emperor's New Groove. That's a great one. That's a great one.
Oh no, that is a good one. Sorry.
You're good.
Looking at texts from my ex-wife.
Oh no! Did you not let her kids take the Switches again?
No, she's talking about
no, you don't. Say nothing.
Stupid stuff that does not need to be talked about right now.
Say nothing.
It's always
I'm
just the
joking.
dumbest things at the dumbest times. It's just like we can talk about this any other time, not right now. Anyway.
Oh my god. Could Nintendo run better graphics like 4K with cartridges, or would they have to go to disc? I have no idea, Seth. I'm not sure what that takes. I'm not sure if cartridges are capable. Either way, if they're not capable or they are capable, I have no idea. Kronk. Right.
Well, depending on how they get to 4K. Because if it doesn't have to actually be all the information of 4K and they're doing it inside the Switch and upscaling it with DLSS internally in the Switch, they can still do it on a cartridge. But I imagine if it's actual 4K, there's a lot more information that would need to be on the cartridge, right? It's the same thing as like a DVD or a Blu-ray, right? Like you can only write so much to it.
Yeah, there's a limit.
Or an SD card.
Yeah.
And I know 4K, I don't know about games, but I know 4K footage from a camera is much bigger than 1080p footage. Like,
yes,
much bigger. 4 times, actually.
Yeah, we're not talking about 16 gigabyte Nintendo games.
No, absolutely not.
We're talking like 48 gig. Like Zelda.
Text from the ex-wife are almost annoying. It's playing games on Switch Lite. Hey,
not with a satisfied grip on it.
Not with an OLED screen either. Next month, those two things will no longer be in the same category.
I love holding a hockey puck in my hand. Great. Play games on a hockey puck.
I like the Switch Lite. with a grip.
I do too. I
obviously.
do. I mean,
It needs a grip. Yeah.
I traded it for an OLED tablet. Yonder. Not yonder. That's opposite. Young ago. Making words up now.
I'm still
Thank you, Coco
waiting
Baby.
for mine to sell. Yeah. I have to sell mine. Yeah, that's a whole other thing too.
So what? What are you trying to sell?
The small, the light, the turquoise light. I have to sell it.
Your kid doesn't use it anymore?
No, because Coco Baby sent the OLED tablet that goes with the Splatoon Joy-Cons that I bought off them. They've been reunited.
Wow,
That's what
a
Lola's
beautiful
using
thing.
now. Yes, that's what Lola's using now.
Damn,
Plus, I
Lola's
had
got,
the
Lola's got it good over there.
yeah, and well, plus I had the Skull and Co. Neo grip that matches
Well, yeah,
all that too.
Yeah,
So
I was
it's
gonna say
like,
you got a bunch
dude,
of them anyway.
It's like the whole setup, dude. It's sweet. Yeah, she's super
good.
hyped about that. Super hyped about that. But I owe him. The whole thing was I was keeping the light here to transfer it over and then sell it, and then I'm giving him the cash for it. But I'm still waiting. For someone to buy it.
Pariah, I am Geeb. If you're mistaking the two of us, because Drip did not say that, I said the Satisfy grip makes the Switch Lite a beautiful console. Without it, it would stink. It does stink.
For the Satisfy grip, the light would.
Yeah.
Just a grip in general, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if
I said I wanted it on,
yes,
on the
you
record.
said Satisfy. If I was choosing a grip for the Switch Lite, it would be the crystal case.
Yeah.
It's from Skull and Co.
I mean, the crystal case is very nice. It's incredibly good.
For the light,
for the light, yeah,
it's fantastic.
I think it's a better grip for the Switch Lite. It's a better grip because it looks better.
Right?
It looks better and feels better and is sturdy because it's small. It doesn't have the issue of because the crystal, unlike the other on the regular
big
Switch,
one, it gets
a little wobbly.
Yeah, it's too
on the
big.
Switch Lite, I would say that they're equally to the good as the Satisfy. Because the Satisfy, you don't have to worry. The biggest knock on it is that when you're docking it, take it off, but you don't have to dock the Switch Lite, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I think the ergonomics is better for my hands. That's the thing. I think both are good ergonomically. For my hands, the Satisfy is better. It's not that I think the Satisfy is like the better grip. They're both very good grips. I think Satisfy is a superior product overall because you just cannot match that quality. Skull & Co. does not. It comes close, but not really, because I have stuff in my Skull & Co. Actually, I can show you. I'll take it out right now.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing on the whole thing.
Let me rant. Hold on, let me rant.
It's okay. Keep ranting. I'm just gonna tell you this while you're getting that out. I think they're both great. They're both great grips.
They are both great. They're the best two in the market, hands down. Not even close.
For me, it's what looks cooler. What do I like the look of better? And I just like the way the Neo grip looks. I like the colors. I just like it. What?
I'm gonna get this on camera. This way, but then the light doesn't catch it.
What are you looking at?
So up in there, up inside the handle part where I'm trying to point it, the light's not great. But there are supposed to be rubber little things. Do you guys see these things, these foam things? They're supposed to be also up in here.
No, they're not. They're supposed to be two rubber pads there.
Well, that's the other thing about these grips. This is why the quality is just unmatched to Skull & Co. Or to Satisfy, because Skull & Co., when they first released these grips, they didn't have anything. And then they started gluing foam or like to the
rubber,
foam. No, this is foam. This is foam.
Oh, no. You mean on the back?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you meant in the sides. You mean on the back. The original ones, the prototype ones, had rubber back there. They changed it to foam.
So the foam is terrible because it's gone. The foam on these sides where the switch goes in and out, it rips it up immediately, and it's gone. And that means that it's not quite as stable inside this thing. It's not bad. It's not bad. But there's two things. It risks scratching, where because it doesn't have it now, if it did have it, it would be less risk of scratching.
Look at that.
But the
Sick as hell.
I'm not knocking this. It's only a knock on it, not because it's like I'm saying don't buy it. I'm saying there is an issue with quality control. They know. I'm sure they know it by now. I mean, they have to. There's an issue with quality control.
Yeah, I know.
The rubber on the Satisfy grip is thick and tight and amazing. It's like the best woman you've ever seen. The Skull and Co is like, it's like we're getting into seat. No, it's
Okay.
you was all right. You looking good, boo. You were way better than all those Fs. But like, listen, you could do better.
Okay, I disagree, but I will say
Listen,
this.
bro, trim your
good
beard,
thing-
get a haircut, use deodorant, then you'll be as good as satisfied. But for now, it's Skull and Co. This is not a knock on Skull and Co. This is just a joke.
Okay. I love Skull and Co. Like, and it may be because I do videos and stuff for them and have contact with them. But like everything they send me is flawless. Like everything. I've gotten maybe one thing ever that was like slightly something wrong with it, but like everything I've got has been basically perfect.
I had an issue with the things that you put on and off, the grips that you put on and off. It's cool.
These.
It's a feature that, yeah, it's cool that you can take those on and off. However, the one I had was the tightest. It was like the one side was perfect. It snapped on with a perfect amount of force.
I've seen people say that they've had that problem.
Mine it was like impossible. And no, I was not using like the Switch Lite one. I've done that.
No,
I've
they
made
don't
that
fit
mistake
at all.
before
They're
too.
completely different sizes.
This was like I had to use my entire body weight, my heavy body to push that thing on. And to get it off was just a nightmare. I have so much indigestion right now.
I'm sorry, man. That sounds bad. It sounds terrible. I feel bad.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen, Skull & Co. or nothing, or Skull & Co. or anything else on the market with the exception of Satisfy, Skull & Co. every day of the week. Satisfy and Skull & Co., it's a toss-up. If you have the extra cash, you go with Satisfy. If you don't have, because they cost more. You're paying for the quality of Satisfy. If you don't have the extra cash, you're going with Skull & Co., no doubt. And most people don't have the extra cash. Drip sent me my Skull & Co. Or my Satisfy, actually. You sent me yours. You were like, I don't use it. Here you go. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. I use it every day.
Well, ones?
Yeah. Well, you sent me the OLED one.
Yeah. Well, the OLED one is also it does both now.
Yes, it does.
I have more. Actually, I gave.
But the old ones don't work. The old ones don't work, but the new ones work with both.
Right. Yeah. I sent the guy who bought my original, my launch OLED. I gave him one too.
Yeah. I actually sold my regular Satisfy grip for not OLED. I sold that on eBay for like probably 20. Sold for $20. I was like, all right.
That's basically like retail. What are they? $26?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that right? I might be wrong.
Something like that. I don't know. So I sold it for around retail. They're actually hard to find. Those are actually hard to find. Those original Satisfy Satisfy.
Oh, are they?
They're a little hard to find. I mean, they were when I sold it. Like if you want to eBay or Amazon, you could not really find them in stock.
It's interesting.
Well, because they were making the OLED one.
Oh yeah, I guess they do just kind of.
They were making the OLED ones, and I guess they just stopped manufacturing them, and Amazon ran out, and they were out. So I sold on eBay. That Satisfy shape is just perfect. I agree. It's like
it's okay. It's I don't
perfect.
I don't think it's. I get
it's
it.
It's subjective. It's subjective.
It's a little gimmicky. Like I get it. It does help a little bit, but like I feel like it's more of a gimmick than anything.
No,
it does
because
help,
when I hold,
I'm
telling you, it's not a gimmick. For your hands, it doesn't make a difference. That's fair. It's subjective. For my hands, it makes the world of difference. Because when I'm holding a Skull & Co. one, I almost naturally there's a natural air gap between my palm. Stop texting your ex-wife in the phone.
I'm not.
There's an air gap.
I'm not texting her.
There's an air gap between the actual grip and my hand with the Skull & Co. There's an air gap. The Satisfy, there's no need for the air gap.
I'm trying to figure out what this fucking email is.
You're doing a live podcast right now. There was an air gap between my hand and with the Satisfy, the air gap is gone because of that extra. They give you that extra grip. It's a thing. It's a real thing, and I like it. We has tiny hands. I don't have. Oh, Drip does not have tiny hands. Drip. I can shout vouch for Drip. Drip has a normal, average, a little above. His body is above average. His penis is extra long too. If you ever want to see that.
Jesus Christ. Jeez.
I have not seen Drip's penis.
Lies.
Not that I know of. He could have drugged me.
Lies.
You saying it's lies that they have not? Okay,
we're sponsor clear. They don't pay. They don't actually. I'm not actually sponsored.
You're not like a skateboarder with a sponsor slapped on your chest all the time. You're just they sponsor your episodes your videos every now and then.
They've only actually sponsored one They've only sponsored one.
Really?
Yeah, like actual sponsor. They've only sponsored
Really?
one of my videos. Yeah,
That feels like it's not true, but I believe you.
it is because they use it in the ad for that video. I got the ad. I got the ad one time. I heard myself talking, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" But it was for the crystal case.
Yeah.
The one I actually don't even like that much, but they just took little clips of like a bunch of people who had done videos, and yeah, that's the one they did actually pay me for. The only other money I make from Skull & Co. is just affiliate.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do have an affiliate account with them.
Megaboy sums up what I said in a much better way. Hands are very different. Each ping pong paddle fits in a different paddle fits in different hands very differently.
Is that what we're calling them now? Ping pong paddles? That must be a new kids thing nowadays. I don't know. Never heard that. That's
I'm gonna get us canceled, Drip. Not the one talking about penises here.
You were mine. No, it's true. It's different for everybody. I mean, I know. So yeah, some people love the Satisfy. Some people love the Skull & Co.
That's why I don't like talking about the two that often, because it sounds like I'm knocking Skull & Co. and I really am not.
It's just you prefer the other, and
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't.
And I've had Mumba. I've had random third party stuff that have no names. I've had Mumba. None of them I know why, but none of them compare. Like I've had a lot of them, and none of them compare. They just don't. To Skull & Co. or Satisfy, they don't. Mumba's quality is better than Skull & Co. I would say, because there's no issues there. I've never had an issue with the Mumba products. Drip's lucky small hands means things look bigger in them. I recall that now that I'm recalling your genitalia. I remember them quite well.
Jesus.
So maybe that's because your hand. I'm gonna get us canceled. I'm gonna just stop talking now.
Oh my god.
I don't like penis jokes. Unsubscribe. You guys are so immature.
Yeah, well.
You're Geeb.
Yep, it happens.
Unintended.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is going to be my What's in My Bag video this year. Look at this thing. See this?
I don't know what it is. I see it.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Well, ain't that just
keyboard.
fancy?
It's a full-size
with a
keyboard
numpad.
That just folds up. Look how small it is.
It's the size of a non-full-size keyboard.
Isn't that cool?
But it is full-size.
It's tiny. It's gonna be in my bag. It's gonna be in my What's in My Bag video.
Very cool.
I'm very excited.
What's in my bag?
Like, one more thing I'm waiting on, which is a mouse from the same company. It's also gonna be in my bag. But those things go great with my iPad.
What kind of mouse do you typically use?
For my iPad?
On the go.
Nothing.
Oh, so this is an iPad mouse?
Yeah, I'm excited to actually finally have a dedicated mouse to go with my iPad that just stays with it. Yeah.
Best way to play
it's also a
Pro controller or a nice TV. On a nice TV, not yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I have also had a lot of controllers. I have quite a few, not as many as you, Drip, but I'm sure you would agree that the best experience overall, no doubt, Pro controller.
Unmatched.
I will say this, Hari, or is it Hari? That brand.
Oh, Hori.
These boys. Remember this guy?
Yeah, they're good. Oh, no. That's I'm sorry.
Power A.
Power A, yeah.
Power A comes really close, and I'll tell you how. Ergonomics.
Yeah,
and
it feels
good. And that's subjective. But
No,
I feel
agree.
like if you were to hold this and not know anything about it, close your eyes and hold the Pro controller, you'd say this is a better feel.
They're kind of light. They're kind of light, though.
But we're not talking about who cares about light. We're not talking about that. We're talking about ergonomics. That has nothing to do with that. I agree with you. I like heavy control. I'm just saying ergonomically, this feels way better. This also feels like a hollow piece of board. That's not very cool.
Dude,
That's why it does not pass the Pro controller. But ergonomically, if you're going strictly on ergonomics and you have a budget, I mean, you look no further. This is $20
I need to
cheaper.
find a Pro controller.
$20 cheaper and feels better ergonomic.
I need to find a cheap Pro controller. I still have all those kits. So what I'm doing, if you guys don't know, Hex Gaming makes these controllers. So this is for the PlayStation 5, obviously, but you can get them customized. The triggers up here are not analog triggers. They have like little mouse clicks in them. So they're super clicky. They've got like custom sticks in there, and they've got this thing on the back. But I have all the kits, everything in, like all the kits and the back plate, everything, whole new shell. It's a Tears of the Kingdom inspired shell. But we're going to do this, all this to a Pro controller.
Yeah, it's gonna look sick.
I'm terrified, dude. I'm terrified. There's so much soldering, and I've never soldered.
My brother broke his son's Switch Lite yesterday.
Sent me a hex I forgot to do.
Well,
I know.
okay.
He was while you were streaming, he was texting me, showing me updated pictures, and then you said, my brother just broke that thing, and I texted him. I was like, hey, Geeb just called you out live. You broke it, didn't you? He's like, I think I can fix it.
He might be able to fix it, but he totally broke it. He ripped off the pads off the board of the Switch Lite. You can't do that. I mean, you can. There's a way to fix it if you're skilled. And this is his first, as far as I know, this is like his first real attempt at something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a mechanic. I'm sure he does similar stuff in some world, in some way, in some fashion. So he's not like he's more qualified than me to go in there blind. But like, he's never opened a Switch Lite or a regular Switch and done anything like that before. So to do that, he's done Joy-Cons, but that's not the same thing. That's unplugging things and plugging back in. This is like melting metal and not damaging it.
Well, and that they gave me all the cables and stuff, and like the little, it shows you exactly where. There's just little places, but you've got to connect, the buttons to whatever the board is, so you can get them to work back here. You just have to make the connection. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm only gonna do these ones. I'm only gonna do the 4 face buttons to the back, because I don't see the point in putting these buttons back here.
Yeah.
If I was gonna do that, the only reason I would want that there is for jump, for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm only gonna do those ones, and it said there's I watched their video. There's like a step-by-step thing. It's like, if you don't want to put these certain buttons, skip to this time. I'm gonna skip to that time. We're gonna do it all live right here. Do it all live.
Right here, this channel.
I don't know what channel, but we're doing it live.
We should do this. We should do this channel so I can commentate.
I'll have a top-down camera.
Well, see, then you're gonna have to stream it then. I'll commentate, but you're gonna have to stream it.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be part of the video. The stream will be part of the video. I'm gonna make it into like a documentary. It'll be like kind of a mockumentary. It's gonna be like a funny thing.
Yeah, I want to say this too. I'm very proud of you, because you did this in 5 minutes today. This B-roll that I just started playing.
What?
The B-roll. You did this in 5 minutes today. You said you recorded it.
It was about 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw the picture I sent you. Remember when I sent the picture?
Yeah.
You can look and see how long it took. I sent the picture, and then I said, hey, it's in the Dropbox. I mean, I don't know. It may have been longer than 5 minutes. I'll tell you exactly how long it took.
It's great. I love this B-roll. Like, if you can do that in 5 minutes, you should do so much more B-roll for your videos. If you can do that in 5 minutes, you should do so much.
I mean, that's just simple.
But
we did a couple of cool things.
It's very good. It's simple to you. It's very good. Gets the job done.
Hang on, let me see. The picture was at...
Links are in the description, guys. If Tomtoc did sponsor the episode that we just did, so links are in the description. Go support Tomtoc. They support us.
I'm sorry. From beginning to end, it took 20 minutes.
That's 20 minutes. Sure. This is why I save you time by cutting your stuff up, and then you do stuff like that in the meantime.
Yeah. Works out great.
Yeah. The last few though, I've not cut up your last few. It just worked out that way. The last few you've done yourself.
Well, this week's I just wanted out fast, and I texted you to see what you were doing, and you had an answer, and I was like, I can't wait. I'm just going. And then like halfway through, you were, this last one.
I don't even. This week has been a blur. The last week has been a blur.
What was it? The one about the.
Oh, but I put the zoomies on it.
Right, but I was gonna throw it out because I didn't hear from you. I was like, fuck it, I'm just putting it up. I'm just gonna do it. And then like when I was done cutting it up, you were like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, if you have time, if you want to do this, I'm trying to put it out quick. And you're like, yeah, send it over.
The zoomies. I like the zoomies.
Yeah, the zoomies. I really, really do like that. It's a nice addition, especially to like the talking parts of the videos. It does really make a huge difference.
I agree. Not just because I do it, but because I think it's a nice addition. I'm glad I put that plug in. You know what I really need? I really need the full DaVinci because I'm really starting to notice lag when I'm editing. I should not. The lag is coming from the fact that DaVinci is only utilizing my CPU.
Oh wow!
During edit, yeah, it's not utilizing the graphics card, and it's a crap. And it's very
Wait, if you get the full version, it will.
Yes, it's behind a paywall. The using your graphics card is behind a paywall.
Man. Oh, and it's like you get all the features. You just don't get all the performance, which is like.
Well, you get most of the features. You get like 95% of the features.
Yeah,
DaVinci.
but
the
like
5% you don't.
Features?
Well, the 5% you don't get is like little effects that are very nice. They're very nice effects that I can't use. I have to pay for them. I have to pay for the full DaVinci. I would like to have those too. I use one of the free effects.
Is DaVinci pay once and?
Yes, $300.
It is,
I believe. $300 and it's done.
Yeah, that's like Final Cut. You pay once, and it's just the updates or whatever. I like it. I really, really want to find an M1 or M2 iPad to get rid of this one and get that so I can edit on my. Oh, I want to edit on my iPad so bad, dude. So bad. Really want to do that.
Yeah. So my latest YouTube short was really laggy because what I had to do was use two video files at once, and I guess for some reason I've done that before with your videos, but for some reason that YouTube short I made was just like hell for my computer. I used the same exact clip twice, one on top of the other. The one I cropped to just be the webcam portion.
Oh yeah.
And the other, so like that's how I did what I did with it. And I can't. It's getting to the point where it's actually affecting the editing. Like I feel like my edit was not as good as it could have been. Like the view, like viewing it in the editing software was lagging.
It was
And
before I got. I had the same problem before I moved what I was actually editing onto an SSD. I was editing off just the internal memory on the computer.
Yeah.
And it would do that stuff. It was impossible. But
so
then I got that little SSD and plugged it into the side, and that changed everything. Made everything so much easier.
So I want to update you real fast. So my YouTube channel is not eligible for the new fan funding, tier of the YouTube Premium, but it is showing me in my analytics. It's showing me that 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours. It's showing me in my personal YouTube channel. It's not showing that for our podcast channel yet. However, we have 554 subscribers as of right now.
Yeah.
And 3,122 watch hours. We've made it.
We're
just waiting for YouTube. We're waiting for YouTube to allow everybody to give us
do the thing.
Members. We're going to, once we have that, guys, we're going to activate YouTube members. So all you guys hanging out, if you want to support the podcast, Drip and I are talking about doing an extra podcast, maybe to start just a month.
Yeah.
But I don't see why maybe we could do an extra podcast a week in the future. So we'll start with a podcast a month, but that for the $5 tier, whatever that is, extra podcast a week.
Yeah.
A month. In the future, it'll be more. It'll get more people involved as members.
Yeah.
Great. We'll do a private Discord server in Drip's Discord.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing. It'll be very nice. So yeah, we'll do that. We're any day now we'll be able to be eligible for.
That's gonna be nice. Can't wait to do that. Glad we made it.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, we're getting some watch hours right now. Speaking of watch hours, not that we do. We're still on the. We're on track. We're missing the subscribers. We're gonna get our 4,000 watch hours this year. No, we are.
Yeah,
it's just we're not gonna get the subscribers.
You never know. We could have a podcast just pop off. And...
I did just have 100 subscribers in a month, and the month has only
been
a week. The month has been a week long.
Yeah, and why? Because you streamed Pikmin once. See, it's dude. Things can happen.
Yeah, they can.
If something good happens here, we'll keep going with it.
Yeah. Well,
who knows? You might put this one up as an episode, and it could just blow up.
This is true.
We'll do like the craziest clickbait title ever. Be like, we have the Nintendo Switch 2 release date. It's here.
We could be like Wood and be like, we have it early. We have the
Nintendo Switch 2 here, not the release date. We have the actual Nintendo Switch 2. It's right here.
And it's like a Switch tablet with like the 2 taped on top of it.
Yes.
We have it. Yeah, we should end this off here. You should do more shorts to knock over the edge on subs. I know, Alex. I know. I need to get back on that. So, I've been saying it for months, and it's
The
my
shorts
fault.
were helping this channel a ton.
For subscribers. Yes.
Yeah.
For subscribers. Not much else, but subscribers.
But it shot us up a lot. It really did.
It got us to 500 subscribers. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
got us there. It won't. I can tell you this much: the shorts will not get us to 1,000 subscribers this year. I don't think a video has to blow up. The shorts only go for they max out for our audience. They max out for like 3,000. Shorts, they go from 0 to 1,000 views in like 10 minutes, and then they die in an hour or less. Sometimes 45 minutes.
A lot of mine do that too.
So
Dude,
like
I had that TikTok. Did you see that TikTok? That one that it was just Link on a boat, and I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing got like 50,000 views. I was like, what the hell? Sick. That's all you need, man. Just something stupid. We'll put it on this channel.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, but it's a podcast.
Yeah, I wanted to get the video with Zach from last week, the draft.
Oh my God, the draft.
I couldn't fit it. Just couldn't do it.
It's
I
cool.
still got time. I got things planned for the week that I'm gonna miss already. That wasn't that. Oh,
I mean, we should cut that up eventually because that was good.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a beautiful thing about that one. That's why I'm not worried about it because we can put it up anytime.
As long as we do it before the
Switch
next
Pro.
month when the Switch 2 is announced.
Yeah. Stupid is this channel specialty? Is this channel specialty? Thanks, Alex.
See?
I mean, we're pretty
Perfect.
silly.
Yeah.
All right. I need to call
kinda
my
what we do.
fiance, but we also gonna hang out in Discord. Is that correct?
Yes, we're hanging out in Discord. Anybody wants to hang out in Discord will be in my Discord in the community room number 1. I'm going there right now.
I'm gonna call my fiance. I'm gonna make myself a PB&J sandwich for dinner because that's where we're at right now.
PB&J.
I'm actually kind of excited for it. It's been a while.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that. Drip. We're gonna hang out in the community room in your Discord.
Yes.
Mega Boy, if you would not mind, if you have a second to put that link in the chat right meow for the community room, or not just for the Discord. So you guys are not already there, but I'm sure you guys are already in there. The link is also down below in the description if you haven't done that, or if you're not in there, it's down below. Thank you guys for the likes on the video. If you guys wouldn't mind liking it on your way
Click
out,
the
if you haven't
Tomtoc
done so already.
links. Click the
Tomtoc
Tomtoc
links. If you click the first US link, Drip gets paid. Not me, but Drip. But if Drip
Do
gets
it.
paid, he can pay me. Idiots.
Yes.
That's very nice. So let's do
Yes.
that.
It helps everyone.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys for the next podcast next week.
Goodbye.